And he did say that he did not, he wanted to make the point that he specifically did not have beef with an entire coast, but that he had a problem with certain individuals.
What up, my people? Phony rappers. What up, my people? Yo, there's some shit going on. I was like, you know what? Let me go live. This is the most impromptu live I've ever done in my life. I'm not gonna lie. 10 minutes ago, I was like, I just uploaded a video. Alright, I'm done for the day on YouTube. And apparently we about to hijack this motherfucker Conor Gallagher. I was gonna wait to see what was going on, because as far as I do, Aston Villa were like, yo, we about to get him, loan obligation. I'm gonna go over all the Romano tweets. But essentially, I was convinced that he was going to Aston Villa. So I was gonna complain. Maybe not make a video about it, but like next time I was on stream, I'd complain about it, because, I mean, bruh, that's another player we would have let go. But apparently, we actually about to fight for this nigga. And it's like, hey, look, I'm happy. At least we fighting. At least we matching an offer, or like we getting better. Like, if I bring up Twitter right now. Let me bring up Twitter. So, you know what I'm saying? Aston Villa, obviously this is 5 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? Aston Villa on the verge of club-to-club agreement for Conor Gallagher. And I'm like, okay. At this point, I'm looking at it like, okay, this is going to be another instance where we're linked with a player and another team just swoops in, decides they want him, and we just let them go. Because, let's be honest, usually we don't even fight. It's like we have the interest, we're showing interest, you know what I'm saying? And before you know it, someone done paid the money and it's over. So I think, it said it was a loan to buy option. So it was a loan to buy option with everything eventually being mandatory. And at that point, bro, usually, like, we're Tottenham, innit? Most of the time we get flipping stolen. We get shit stolen from us, and we have to basically just hold the L. But as of basically like right now type shit, this literally 25 minutes ago, which is kind of crazy, Tottenham are hijacking the deal following a verbal club-to-club agreement. Now, of course, if my man doesn't want to join us, then this basically means fuck all. But we're going to see, bruv, because it looks like we have an agreement with Villa. We have a better offer on the table. It's really just going to be up to Conor Gallagher. Does he want to join Spurs? And hey, if he was the Chelsea captain, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he gonna join. You know what I'm saying? What are you saying, Hyper? What are you saying, Hyper? Frosty, I see you as well. I don't know if he's gonna join Spurs, because as someone who was the captain of Chelsea, there's a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, animosity there, which makes sense. But if he's open to joining Spurs, I mean, what we gonna do? Turn down Conor Gallagher? Like, let's be real for a second. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real for a sec. You know, I mean, I understand if he picks Villa in a better situation. You know, there's no rivalry between Chelsea and Villa in terms of like location or nothing like that. So it makes sense if he's gonna pick Aston Villa. But I like this. Spurs match and improve their bid. I like this. This is what I want to see. Stuff like that is what I want to see from Spurs. Us matching an offer and improving on it. That's what I want to see. At least make it a conversation. Don't put something on the table and then just stall and wait until someone snatches that bitch. At least make a fight. That's something we haven't done before, is actually fight for a player. So this is what I'm liking. This is what I want to see from the board. Shit like this. You know what I'm saying? What do you think? Personally, by the way, Mr. Udang Boris, how you guys are doing? Hope you guys are well. I likes this. I'm not going to lie. Look, I understand Conor Gallagher, former Chelsea and all that. I understand that his profile is not exactly what we need. But at the end of the day, Gallagher, bro, I don't know what you might say. Gallagher starts, bro. I'll be honest. Gallagher starts. Like him, Pelinia and Xavi Simmons, as a midfield trio, I want to see that. You know, I want to see that. He instantly asks questions of Pap Sarr, instantly asks questions of Bergvall when he's fit, Archie Gray when he's fit. You can't just walk into the team no more because you've got João Palhinha, you've got Benson Core when he's fit, is clearly the number 2 midfielder, and now you've got Conor Gallagher. So, if I'm being honest, looking at this, we can't afford to turn our nose down at this. You know what I'm saying? We can't afford to turn our nose down at this. Is Conor Gallagher a good player? Like, he's alright. You know what I'm saying? He's alright. He's not amazing, but he's a good player, bro. Like, he's calm. And I would want Conor Gallagher at the team as of right now. Will Conor Gallagher propel us to compete for a title? Fuck no. But neither would Kudus. You know what I'm saying? Neither would Kudus. Neither would Palhinha. Neither would Xavi Simons. Like, none of these players do. But in terms of just improving the starting 11, signings like this is what we need, bro. Like, let's get players that will just improve the floor of this team. And then, once we have a solid foundation, we can start looking at the real players that could take us to the top 4 conversations, that could take us to the title conversations, you know? So, am I gonna jump up and down and be happy as fuck that we signed Gallagher? Like, no. Like, no. Like, let's be real, no. You're not gonna catch me being happy as fuck that we about to sign Conor Gallagher. No, because it's Conor Gallagher. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just a bog standard midfielder. Like, he's alright, but he is better than everyone we have except for Palhinha, to be honest. And if you count Xavi Simons as midfielder, then that as well. But we might as well. We might as well. Plus, he's English. You know what I'm saying? Plus, what's it called? He's English. You know, obviously the whole like international thing and all that. I forget what it's called, but fuck it. We might as well, bruv. And if he's on the table, he's proven experience, all of that kind of stuff. We might as well. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it will cost much to like break the bank. I was seeing that it was roughly around 40 million euros, some shit like that. I think. How much was it? This is when Aston Villa had done it. Paqueta's going to West Ham. That's something I'm actually very upset about. I'm not gonna lie. Paqueta wants to go back to Brazil. He doesn't want to stay in England, which is unfortunate because you might know I've been pushing this Lucas Paqueta thing for ages. So I'm upset about that. But I was seeing something, I forgot what report I saw, but it was roughly around 40 million euros for Gallagher, something like that, which is what, like 35 mil? Which is not that bad. 35 mil for Conor Gallagher is not that bad. It's not great, but I mean, considering we paid that money. Oh, there you go. Here we go. There we go. Conor Gallagher, here we go. In fact, let me change the title in it. There we go. Conor Gallagher, here we go. Instant. There we go. To be fair, this is another video for me. So, hey, Conor Gallagher to Tottenham. He is now a Tottenham player, bruv. You know what I'm saying? He is now a Tottenham player. The first thing I want to say to the board is well done. Well done, Enoch. Well done, Lange. Well done. I'm very happy. Thank you to the board. And you know what's crazy as well? I literally just uploaded a video like 20 minutes ago talking about how I can't be asked because we ain't really signing niggas in January. Now, I can't lie, that looks like the worst video ever. But you know what? It means I just have more work to do today. You're gonna see 2 videos in a day from me, which, I mean, you're gonna be eating. Personally, you're gonna be eating. 2 videos and a live stream. You're gonna be eating from me today. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm happy. We actually hijacked a deal. We hijacked the deal. That's pretty sick. I'm not gonna, you know what? That's nice. That's nice. Because usually, you know what I'm saying, we're the ones getting screwed over, bro. Like, we all remember the Gibbs White situation. We all remember the Eze situation. We all remember the Nketiah situation, where in every single instance, we was right there. Like, we was right there. And, bro, other teams came to, mainly Arsenal, but we pretty much just got the
psych nigga you thought,
and they got snatched. They got snatched from us. So I'm just glad that we beat Villa, or we beat a team. It's not necessarily Aston Villa. Of course, this is a big fuck you to Villa because they just knocked us out the cup. So fuck you, Aston Villa. You can hold that. But I'm happy at least we got someone. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how the Chelsea fans are going to feel about this because he's obviously former Chelsea player. I mean, I'm sure I'll find out from Chelsea like fans, I guess. But I'm happy. I'm happy enough that we signed a midfielder that is, let's be honest, and I know people are like, they're kind of like, I get it. Conor Gallagher ain't no crazy name. He ain't got no crazy fucking ability. Conor Gallagher is just kind of average, I guess. Like, he's just average, innit? Like, he's just bog standard, bro. It's like Thomas Frank, fam. He's just, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's like, Thomas Frank, Conor Gallagher. It's like they're just kind of names. But if we're being real, Pelinha, Xavi Simons, if you want to say him. After that, I mean, in terms of midfielders at the club better than him, the line is starting to thin out very quickly. You guys know I fuck with Sarr. Hey, Gallagher's better. Gallagher's better than Bergvall and Gray. He is. I mean, he is. And look, I don't really know, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but like, it's a good signing overall. Yeah, PTSD. I hear it, Brian. I hear it. This means Basuma will be sold. Yeah, Basuma, he's gone, bro. Basuma's gone. He's gone, bro. I don't care. Midfield trio of Pelinha, Gallagher, and Simmons. The amount of forward passing Gallagher does, people can't bitch about having no forward passes anymore. I can't lie. You spitting, Boris. No cap, you spitting. The one thing Gallagher does do, he runs around a lot, has a lot of energy, and he pushes the ball forward. So, I'm not saying this is the permanent person to put here. I'm not even saying it's the perfect person to put here. But it is by far a better option than Gray, Bergvall, and even Pap Sarr. Like, he's a better option than all of them. So, at least we're showing some form of ambition by just trying to improve the floor of the team. Because does Conor Gallagher, Mohamed Kudus, Xavi Simons, João Pelinha, Kolo Muani, like Souza, like none of these players are ceiling raisers. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not ceiling raisers at all. However high you have these players, they're floor raisers. They're going to improve the average performance of the team. That's the level of player they're at. And Gallagher's another one. He's not someone who's going to make us compete for top 4 or compete for a league because we've signed him, but he's someone who's just going to raise the floor of how good this team is. And to be fair, we need someone like that, man. We do. We need someone like that. And it starts to ask questions because obviously Basuma's going to be gulagged. The question is now, which other midfielder gets gulagged, if any? Because I know people are saying Sarr getting sold. I'll be honest with you. Does Sarr get sold before Bentancur? I don't think so. And it's not because Sarr is necessarily better. Obviously, some people don't think he's better than Bentancur. But it's the injury problems. Like, Sarr, he is how often... Sarr don't get injured. Like, Sarr is just an available player. He's always fit and available. Whether his performances match it is another, question that we can ask. But Sarr's always available, never really injured. He's young-ish. He's on the younger side. He's like 23. Homegrown. All of these things. Like, it's just a lot more positives compared to someone like Bentancur, who, to be fair, signed like a 2-year extension. But he signed that extension so we could sell him for some money. It's not just because we needed him to play football. But he's only got like 2 years left on his deal. He's got another injury that's going to have him out for the rest of the season. If we can sell him for any sort of money, now is the best time to do it. I think Sarr is just too valuable in terms of the homegrown aspect and in terms of, as of right now anyway, I think Sarr is a very good option just off the bench as some firepower, as some athleticism, as some um as a game changer. Really, I think Sarr is just valuable as that as of right now because. I mean, look, we have to make signings to compete in top six. We're not going to compete for the top four this season, but top six is still on the table. And the way it looks like from the board, they're going to be backing Thomas Frank to at least the end of the season. So I'm glad that they're at least going to give him some players to work with. Like, obviously, Souza, I don't know. No one in his chat knows who Souza is, bro. I doubt anyone on the internet knows about this brother, really. Maybe except for Strasbourg Steve and Brazil. That's it. But he's flying over to have his medical. Obviously, we've got Conor Gallagher now, so that's pretty sick. But at the end of the day, I'm glad that at least if they're going to stick with Thomas Frank, as much as I don't trust this manager, at least they're showing some intent instead of just saying, deal with it. You know, at least he's saying deal with it. Conor Gallagher is at least someone who's better than Sarr. He's better than Bergvall. He's better than Gray. I'm not gonna lie though, Pelinha and Gallagher in the midfield is. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna be peak. But let's be honest, yeah. At least we're making some effort. The board is making some effort and is signing a decent player. Like he's decent. At least it's not a young player who's unproven. We don't know what's gonna happen. This is a player who we know what we're getting. He's a seasoned veteran. He has experience. He's Prem proven. At least we know it's something, bro. At least it's something because we needed to sign somebody. Okay, we needed to sign somebody. I don't know how much this is going to help, but if he's just going to fucking run in straight lines like he was doing at Chelsea, at least he'll be able to be better than the other road runners we have, bro. You know what I'm saying? Beat motherfucker. But at least he's better than the other road runners in the team. You know what I'm saying? And look, Thomas Frank can't say that he's not getting backed. Because he's getting backed. You know what I'm saying? He is. It's going to be peak, man. It's going to be interesting to see, though, what Conor Gallagher plays like in this team. I'm not going to lie. What up, Mikes? What are you saying, man? Shout out to GVO Mikes in the building. You know what I'm saying? If we get Diaz, there's a high possibility. We've bid 52 mil for him. Nah, I can't lie. Brahim Diaz, that source ain't legit, bro. It's not a good source. I'm not gonna lie.
Huh?
The source isn't legit. I've seen that post that you were talking about. It's not a good source. The Brahim Diaz one. I don't buy it for a second, innit? I'm not gonna lie. He's not what you need. I know. Conor Gallagher is not what we need. And to be honest, I see this transfer potentially flopping. I ain't gonna lie.
Are you serious, my brother?
I see it flopping. But at the same time, just because I see it flopping, I mean, I need 4 eyes for a reason because I can't see well. So maybe we might be able to do something with this. But it's going to be interesting to see, like, if Thomas Frank can't coach these players, which is what I've been hearing for ages, like he can't coach these men, let's see what he does with Gallagher. Gallagher, again, seasoned veteran, you know, Prem proven, not some young guy who ain't never played before for real. So if Thomas Frank is, if Conor Gallagher, if English language is amazing, if Conor Gallagher looks shit in this system, then I gotta lie, hey, Thomas Frank. You some ass, bro. You gonna be some hot ass. No cap. You gonna be some hot ass. And it's sad. Honestly, like, I'll be honest. It's sad that it's come to the fact that we need Conor Gallagher. It's actually sad. You know, but at the same time, this is what Tottenham do to themselves, bro. It is what Tottenham do to themselves, man. It's sad, but we have to find positives in a Conor Gallagher signing, bro. Like, this is the life we live, man. It's the life we live. What up, J Spurs? Honestly, 35 mil is alright, bro. It's alright, but it is what it. Apparently, Frank didn't even want him. I'll be honest. If Thomas Frank didn't even want him, and the thing is, we ain't even gonna know now. That's the thing. This is the thing about signings like this. If Frank actually didn't want him, we're not even gonna find out for real until like months in advance, because they're not gonna let that information slip as of right now. But if Frank didn't want him, that's tough. I ain't gonna lie. That's tough, bro. That's tough. You predicted Gallagher going to Spurs the summer we sold him. Hey, well, there you go, Prime. There you go. You know what I'm saying? Conor is Bentacle's replacement. He's younger, similar profile, and helps with the English quota. 35 million is not too bad. Yeah, it's not that bad. Like 35 million is not that bad. Again, would I have signed Conor Gallagher? Fuck no. But like, what else can we do? You know what I'm saying? What else can we do with the situation? We just have to pray to God that we can do something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bruv. But from what I can see, was that Lewis? Whatever, man. From what I can see, yeah, Chelsea fans are laughing at us, which, yeah, it is what it is, man.
Are you serious, my brother?
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But get rid of him. Oh man. You don't see him staying until summer. I guess we're gonna see in it. Basuma is trending, by the way. That's tough. Basuma is fucking, yeah, that's peak. That's peak. Conor Gallagher though, oh gosh. They're only laughing because they can't cry about it now. Well, we're gonna see, because if Gallagher starts performing like some bullshit, then I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just if he starts performing like some shit, then it's peak. But all I can say for now is I hope he does well, fam. What do you guys think about this signing, though? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat what you guys think about this signing. You know what I'm saying? Let me check the Discord, bro. What is people saying about the Discord? You know, let me join my fucking Discord thing. Any Tottenham fans, you gotta be Tottenham fans, okay? That's the one. That's the one stipulation. You gotta be Tottenham fans in order to talk to me about this right now. I'm not inviting anyone that's not Tottenham fans. Or Chelsea fans, to be fair. I'll let Chelsea fans come through, because obviously Gallagher was a Chelsea player. If you guys ain't part of the Discord, feel free to join the Discord. You say a 7 out of 10? Let me know out of 10. Like Mr. Rudan put. Let me know out of 10, Spurs fans, what you rate this transfer. Price included, all of that kind of jazz. Let me know what you rate this transfer out of 10. I'm gonna go, hey, forward passes attempted looks crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god, the forward passing looks crazy. Rotted. It looks so bad, it's not even funny. What the fuck? This is so bad. 8 out of 10, 3 out of 10. The Poch revisionism is mad crazy. Yeah, I can't lie, I don't want Poch back, man. I'm not gonna lie. He's better than what we have, funny enough, but I want more of a passer. Yeah, literally, that's pretty much how I have to look at it as well. Like, it's pretty much that. Let me put in the chat. Anyone who wants to give their thoughts on stream, let me know. You know what I'm saying? And, hey, it's tough. 6.5. Pull out Data MB. Check Barva's last season and this season. Data MB. Oh, I got you. We can do that right now. We can do that right now. All right. Data MB. Okay. I've never actually been on this before, so it's gonna be interesting to see. I've never used this. We type in what? Bergval. I can't spell. Is this one? Yeah. Oh, so is this what all them tacticos using that? I feel like such a tactico now. What the hell? Is this what these man use? I said a winger. Who's the? Oh, it's the same player. Jesus Christ. So that's Bergval. So what, you check what Bergval's last year? Oh, you have to select players. Okay. Players, midfielders. Oh, this is the same thing anyway. And then what, Bergvall last year? God damn. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Nah, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. Bergvall's fallen off a cliff. Let me add my boy Guy from the Lane. Let me add Guy from the Lane up in here, bro. Let me add Guy in here, bro. You could join me. I'm about to turn this down because Guy is loud as fuck. Yo.
Yeah, I'm loud as fuck. Are
You
you
are.
looking at all of those graphs and charts what people use because they don't watch matches?
Yeah, we doing the tactical shit. Yeah. We doing the tactical thing right now.
Tactical shit. Did you
Yeah.
see what I posted? Did you see what I posted in the Discord about the difference between Bentancur and Conor Gallagher, mate?
I can't tell
You
which is
can't.
which. I don't know which is which.
You can't.
I
You
don't.
can't. And the thing is, yeah, you can't. And the thing is, right, I was on a stream. I think it was on Sunday. I don't know what day it is today because I'm injured because my feet are completely off
Oh,
the wall, mate.
fairs.
So I'm in bed. I'm actually in bed. I went to the Aston Villa game, mate, and I'm not gonna lie, I paid the price not just
Eee.
in emotional damage, but actually in physical damage.
I can't lie, bro. Looking at the tactical stuff though, hey, Gallagher's forward pass
Yep.
percent is way better than everyone else's this season.
Yeah, but the thing is, mate, you got to realize. Here's the thing, mate. Is right. So, like I say, I was on a stream on Sunday with Danalist and some other people,
Look at
right?
Saw.
And
Oh, shit.
I know, mate, and I'm watching. I've got you muted. But the thing is, right? They were telling me. They asked the question, right? Have the team regressed or progressed this season? And I went, we've regressed. We've absolutely regressed. Two of them on the board were like saying, no, they haven't regressed. They've stayed the same shit. And I'm like, no, they ain't, mate. No, they ain't. I don't know what you've been watching, but nah, mate. Oh,
Only
and
on the
why
better
is
tell
that,
have
my
improved.
friend?
Only
Why is that? Is that because they're getting more game time this season?
they get more game
Is
time
it
and they've
because
gotten older. That's the only reason, really.
yeah,
To be
mate.
honest,
Yeah, mate.
look at
Anyway, you know,
look at Saw.
go
I
on.
can't like Saw is. I know you've got my stream here, but you can just look at it. Saw and
I'm on fantasy.
Gallagher is damn near like Gallagher's better defensively, but I'm not gonna lie, it's not too far off if you look over the tactical shit. You know, so what is
Yeah,
tactical
dude,
shit?
I watch
They look alright, bro.
I watch Atletico Madrid because I watch La Liga because their Premier League form is so bad. I need to watch some kind of football, right?
Yeah,
I've seen probably about 6, 7, maybe 8 games. They played in the Super Copa, and they were dreadful, absolutely dreadful. And Colin Gallagher ain't the man. And like I say, people can say, "Oh, Fabrizio Romano never gets it wrong." Oh, we gotta like, take this on the chin. I'm like, brother, there's all Fabo boy gets a little bit overexcited sometimes, doesn't he, mate?
yeah. Hey, look, I'm happy we signed him. Don't get me wrong, because like we need midfielders, but it's just like
Yeah, but
yeah,
what's the
it's
reasoning? And if you say to me, oh, he's better than what we've got, mate, our standards are in the mud.
they are though. That's the thing. Like you know what it is, yeah. You know honestly what it is when it comes to Gallagher, at least I know what I'm getting is the main thing for me. It's like
True.
when we sign Sousa, it's like, bro, I don't know what we're getting with Sousa. I've never heard of him. Like
Yeah.
Bergval's the same, Archie Gray's the same, even Pap Saul was the same. It's like, bro, I don't know what I'm getting with these lot when we sign them because I've
Yeah.
never heard
But,
of them. At
but,
least
the,
with Gallagher, I
but
know
the thing,
him.
yeah, but the problem is, don't you think that if he comes into this Thomas Frank squad, or if we're not getting an improved, like an what I would consider an improved player. And I'm nowhere, and you know that whole thing. You're not Real Madrid. Yeah, I know we're not Real Madrid, mate. We are
Yeah,
Tottenham Hotspur. I understand that, but like within Thomas Frank's system, and it is Thomas Frank's system, tactics, and setup that we can't progress the ball forward. I'm sorry, Like for me, I've seen these players progress the ball forward, right? I've seen them.
Yeah,
Right? I just don't think that he's just gonna be exactly what we've got. I don't think. I know you say, "Oh, I know what I'm gonna get," but you might as well just clone our own players then. Just clone Bentancur, clone Bergval, clone them then. You know what I mean?
I do. I get what you're saying. That in terms of play style, I'm not even disagreeing. But one thing about Gallagher is he's a lot more. He gets injured a lot less, especially when it looks like what we have now. Like Bergval's injured, he's better than Gray. I know it's like, oh, it's better than what we've
You
got. I get that.
anyone's
I
better than
get that.
Gray.
I
Anyone is better than
Yeah, but Gray
Gray.
had to get. But yeah, I get that. But look at Archie Gray's been getting starting minutes for the last like 5, 6 games now, and
Yeah.
it's not just because he's that good to where we have to start him. It's because of necessity. He's been getting
True.
these minutes. So like, I just rather
True.
have Gallagher out there, and also I'm looking not necessarily at. I'm even looking past Conor Gallagher in the way of like we're actually signing players. Like we're actually signing someone who's actually established.
First
Like
lovers.
whether we think he's
Yeah, I
good or
get you.
not, whether we think he's good or not is different. But like even though we don't rate Frank and it's like we don't trust this manager, they're actually acting like they're trying to give him the resources available that he needs. That's what it looks like
Yeah.
anyway. Like if Frank didn't want him, I don't know. I will find out at some point. But that's the way
I
I'm
don't
looking
care
at
if
it.
Trent wants him or not, mate. I don't care if he wants him or not. I know, you know what I'm saying, man. I'm all hope is lost, mate. You know what I'm saying? All hope is lost for Frank. Sorry, mate. I've been seeing it. I've been seeing it. I use my eyes and my brain. I don't need no
Jay Simpson, what up, bro?
tactico, like
My foods,
bullshit
what's up,
to
bro?
tell me that this football is crud. I don't need that.
Yeah,
But if we sign him, I'm not gonna lie, he's a really nice fella. I met him at an England camp at a meet and greet. He's a nice guy, but he's a mid-level footballer. I know that he wants to get back into Tuchel's side. I know that. I know he wants to get back into Tuchel's England squad.
yeah,
That's, I get that. That's why I think the biggest issue why the reason was what's his face? Brenda Johnson, Johnson, Ole
yeah.
Ole, you
Johnson
know.
again, yep, yep.
The only reason I think he left is because like he needs first team football to play for the Wales side. That's it, man. That's all he needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not like I don't look, we're buying players. Okay, cool. We're buying players. That's nice. Is this causing me to like get my panties wet? Nah, mate, it's not getting my panties wet. It's
Okay.
not something it's not something I'm gonna go like, oh, you know what? I should start renewing my season ticket again for this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Gallagher's not that type of player. Like you know what I'm saying? Just a bog standard like football, isn't it? But at this
Yeah, he's
point,
got this
I'd rather just have. It's better to have options than to not have options in it. And with the amount of
I
injuries we're
just
getting,
something better than nothing. Something better than nothing.
yeah, so yeah, something's better than nothing. Literally, that's how I look. And he's prem proven, so I don't have to worry about signing a player. And he's not necessarily that expensive. Like 35 million is not that bad, especially in today's market.
Yeah,
It's not a
yeah, it's not.
terrible
It's not.
signing. Like if we paid like 50 plus, then I'm like, all right, cool, this is some bullshit. But 35 million, it reminds me of like Polina. It's like he's not as good as Polina, obviously, but like prem proven player, we know what we're gonna get. He's good at what he
Had
does, and
experience overseas,
yeah,
experience in Champions League football, experience against going against like the big
yes,
hard
like
hitters like Real Madrid and Barcelona. He's got experience. He's been in the England team. Yada. I do understand that.
yeah,
I do
it's just that that's Richie because yeah, the rest of the midfielders apart from Polina and Bentancur don't have that. So at least he has that. But I mean, it's better than nothing, isn't it? It's better than nothing. That's all I can say about
That's
it.
if he lifts the shirt, mate. That's if he lifts the shirt at this moment, mate.
Yeah, we could get a
You
Gibbs
know what I
white pulled
mean?
on us, and all of a sudden he's at Villa. So we do have to wait for that, but we'll see. Philly will
Because
stop as well.
I do know Atletico want to sell him. I do know that they want to sell him. The fans of Atletico, they're kind of like 50-50 on him, you know what I mean? They don't like him or hate him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's
He's
just kind
just
of
a
there.
normal player for them.
Yeah, but
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
it is what it is. England player as well, all that homegrown shit, all of that. So yeah, fuck it, it'll be calm for us. I appreciate you giving your thoughts though, guy. Thank you so much, man.
Man, it's all good. You know me, man. You know me. Have fun with your tastico, fun stuff, mate. Because all they're gonna do is tell you exactly what you see on the eye.
You know, like that, bro. Take care of yourself, yeah.
You have a good stream, mate. I'll keep on watching. I got the Liverpool game in the background.
Oh, I got you. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right, fam. Appreciate you, guy. I do probably gotta get Aaron in here as well. Let me get Aaron in here as well, so I can get Aaron's thoughts on this as well. Anyone who wants to have their say, if you must be desperate. Yeah, literally, we hijacked Villa for him as well. We hijacked Villa and all of that to get him. Which, that's one thing I'm looking at where I'm like, all right, cool. At least that's something, in it. Like, we hijacked Villa. You know, it's at least we did that. At least we did that. Jesus Christ, man. Just join the Discord. Appreciate that, my food. But Spurs are mid-table side. 17th is not mid-table, Philly. Jesus Christ. 17th is not mid-table. Aaron, what's up, my bro?
Yo, what's going on?
How you doing, man? How you been?
I'm all right. First things first, I do want to call out that I love the positivity, bro. Because, like, I feel like so many people are being so negative.
I appreciate it, bro.
No, because, like, and that's how I felt. Is like, at least we're doing something. Because like, how many windows have we gone through this?
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Especially with Edge, right?
Yep. Yep. You already know, bro.
You just like, please, can I have some transfers?
And we got.
And you just get nothing
the
entire time.
We brought in somewhere. Like, he's an upgrade. Like, he is an upgrade. Like, he's got all the experience. Former Chelsea captain. Played.
But what did you say? What did you say? It's not a no-name person. It's someone that
we
people
know him.
Bought. Yeah, I know him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was like, oh, I remember watching him. It's like he was at Chelsea. Like,
he wasn't playing third tier in Barbados. You know what I mean? Like, this is an upgrade.
It is.
This is like the big thing that when I talk to people about it is like, I've been a fan of shit teams in America for the longest time. And the only way to turn it around is to do this. Like, you have to get the shit people out to put other people in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I fully get it.
And it's like, I said on here before that I'm not a huge fan of Bentancur. I hope he does get healthy. But this is an upgrade for me. I've been complaining all year about playing Paulinho next to Bentancur and how that is dead football. Now, I might actually get the ball progressing up the field because Conor Gallagher might actually make a forward pass.
Yeah. Yeah. Even looking at all that data MB fucking tactical shit, he would have the best forward pass percentage out of everyone in the team. I think it'd be slightly better than Sarr, because Sarr was the best. Even like with him being gone for AFCON, Sarr was the best. But Gallagher would be better than him, so I hope he actually does pass forward, because we need someone like that.
I don't know if we'll ever get Matters back to fullest, right?
Yeah.
But like, Kulu will probably get back. When we have an actual healthy squad, knock on wood, there might be something here.
We might actually have something decent. And like, what the main thing that Gallagher gives us is like what we already spoke about is we know him, we know what he's gonna do, but also like being able to play against like just veteran leadership, like in a way, like just being able to have played against actual competition in multiple leagues at this point. Well, if you want to say two leagues, because the Premier League, but those are like the two best leagues in terms of talent. It's two completely different styles as well. The way they play football is different. And at the end of the day, like, it's even if you want to say, oh, he's just an engine, he runs around and all of that. At the end of the day, he's still better than Sarr and Gray and Bergvall doing that. He's better than all of them. So we can't compete for the top four with the squad anyway. The best thing we can do is try and just save the season and push for top six. Because as bad as we've been playing, we're still only like 7-8 points off top six. Like, it's the season's not over.
Saying.
Making these types of signings is what we need to like Because like we've been performing shit up until now, but it's not how you start; it's how you finish. We need signings like this just to increase the floor performance of the team. We need signings like this just to make things better. We could push for a top 6 potentially.
I just feel like so many people fall into like when I go on like Facebook or Twitter, there are people that run accounts that are rivals who call themselves Spurs fans and just complain all day. And I feel like people fall into that trap of just like negative for negative, just for engagement. And I just feel like immediately seeing people shit on this was like, yeah, I don't know about that, bro. Because like, this is positive movement.
Most people, most people did shit on this. Yeah, I'm looking through the comments now. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair. Fucking hell, man. Yeah, people are really shitting on this.
Again, like Ange, I can't even remember what he got his first year for January, but I mean, he was great. But I didn't know who Danzo was when he got brought in January last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well,
like,
I feel you on that.
I actually have someone that I know.
This
like,
is, yeah.
I'm not saying, like, we need to be giving a reach around to the board. But like, at some point, like, we have hit rock bottom because like we're worse than last year. No one's progressed. Again, I don't think Frank's the guy. And now that the manager market actually opened up wide open, I think this is the best time to, hey, maybe it's time to pick and choose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bro, I live in America. I walk right now to Madrid just to get Xavi Alonso.
If we could get, I know you won't join, but imagine a universe we could get Xavi Alonso. Oh my goodness. Oh my, bro, I would fucking I'd rent a paddle boat and take the paddle boat all the way to Spain and pick him up and come back just to get
That's
Xavi
what I'm
Alonso.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I will carry that man on my back.
Yep. Bro, getting Xavi Alonso would be crazy. But like, even like, bro, I'm looking at this day and B shit of Gallagher and Bentancur. Oh, it's night and day, bro. It's night and day. Like, even just inside, like, he passes forward as much as Bentancur, which is not that much, to be fair. But Bentancur's forward pass percentage is 19%, bro. It's 19. Bro, it's 19.
I've been saying, every time I've come on here, I've said that about Bentancur. I have never seen the man pass forward. I've never seen him do a through ball. Someone in the chat, please tell me now if you've seen him do a through ball this year.
I don't think he has.
Name the game.
I don't think he has, but 19% accuracy on your forward passes is crazy.
Still waiting. I haven't seen it yet. Please, someone please.
There is going to be there isn't an answer. There is no answer, bro. I've watched so many Tottenham games this year. I haven't watched every single one, but I've watched like 95% of them. I don't remember the last time Bentancur made a pass forward and it went to the teammate. I don't remember. It doesn't happen. And Conor Gallagher's 94%. Bentancur's 19. Like,
you can look up Romero. Romero's probably done a lot more.
Yeah, let's look up Romero actually. Let's actually look up Romero. Because Romero's literally, this is what I hate about this team. Romero's literally, and Van der Ven as well. They are our ball progressors. They're the playmakers. And they're I can't believe I'm saying this. In a Tottenham team where the centre-backs are the ones that are responsible for starting the attacks. Remember against Brighton where we lost? Bro, we were doing nothing and then Van der Ven ran the length of the pitch and got a penalty. Like, it's shit like that I want our midfielders to be doing that. I'm not supposed to be relying on Van der Ven to be doing that for me, bro.
I mean, you watched the last FA, like, Van der Ven made another one of those runs. It got stopped, but like...
He's frustrated. You can tell.
Yeah, when they get frustrated, they take the ball, and it's like Kobe time. It's just like, fuck every other person on this field. I'm gonna have to figure it out because y'all ain't doing shit.
Basically, yeah, that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
And
His numbers are better
fair
than...
plays to you because it works sometimes.
Yeah,
but it
sometimes
shouldn't be
does.
like this.
Yeah, he shouldn't have to. Like that's a luxury thing. Like we shouldn't be relying on Van der Ven making those runs, and he only does it with Romero as well. Which is why, like, when people talk shit about Romero, it blows my mind because it's like you're not gonna see the same Van der Ven if you drop Romero. Like, look how he played against with Danso. It's like he was scared to do it. With Romero, he's a lot more aggressive. He makes the reckless tackles, or like he goes for it. He just seems a lot more like engaged when Romero's there, because as much as I like Danso is just a very bog standard defender. Like, sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. And I mean, against Villa, he was terrible, but Danso, he needs someone to hold his hand. And it's like, I understand it. It's not the end of the world. Like, not every centre back is going to be so good to where they can just individually be on their own like Romero can. But Danso's literally just a tackle and clear kind of guy. Like, he needs someone next to him for that.
Hey. Long throws.
Oh, long throws, yep. Long throws. We ain't scored a long throw all season, but at least he does it better than Bergvall. To be fair, he does it better than Bergvall. But like, even I'm looking at Romero's numbers. Bro, Romero's numbers are way better than Bentancur's, bro. It's so much better. It's not even funny. Bro, 64 progressive passes, 53% pass completion for forward passes. It's way better than Bentancur, man. It's actually crazy.
Well, I mean, we could keep talking about this until his contract runs out. So about 2027.
He has more progressive carries than Bentancur as a centre back. Romero has better. This is insane, bro. How Romero has better ball carrying than... Oh, this is ridiculous. Even Van der Ven, he has 68% forward pass completion percentage. Bentancur's at 19. This is absolutely disgusting. And remember, Bentancur is not just a midfielder. He drops in and plays like as a third centre back sometimes, and he leaves Palinha to be a single pivot. So it's not even like Bentancur is playing as like a number 10 and he only has like the striker to pass it forward to. No, but Bentancur is sometimes a third centre back when we're building up, and he still has a 19% forward pass completion. That's absolutely disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. It's disgusting.
I just want to point out, by the way, no one said anything in the chat about Bentancur's forward pass. I just want to make that clear. Like, no one remembers that shit, bro. Because it's never happened.
It doesn't happen.
Because it never happened, bro. I'm telling you right now.
It doesn't happen. Oh,
like, I'm not trying to be a hater. I think Bentancur is best with, like, what you just said. When he goes back and turns it to like a half CDM, half center back.
Yeah.
And he can like slide tackle. He can like header a ball away. He's like perfect. When I see him do that stuff, hey, beautiful, right? Anything that's going forward, that pass is going back to Van der Ven or Romero, bro.
Oh,
it is a negative pass every time.
For sure. It's like he didn't even try. I swear. It's so frustrating for Bentancur sometimes, because like I know there's a player there. And I know what he could do because we've seen it. It's just a shame, like, injuries done kick. Oh my God. I'm looking at Bentancur before and after. Oh my... Bro, hey, I'm going to share my screen so you can see it in real time.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is Bentancur. The blue is this season and the pink is last season. It's actually so bad. He's way worse. It has
Can I give an opinion though?
Talk to me.
I think Ange, on how he used, a lot of people were more free. We were more free to fuck up. But like, I don't think Sarr's numbers this season, last season would even be close. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying. In fact, you know what? Let's check Sarr. Because to be fair, yeah, they'd probably be a lot more free. But one thing I would say as well is, actually, no, Sarr's...
Oh, never mind.
No, Sarr's actually basically the same. Sarr's the thing. Like, Sar's basically the same.
Maybe Bentancur's cooked, bro. I don't know. I was trying to defend the
He
brother.
might be cooked. Sar's actually, if anything, he's a bit more refined as a player. But he's basically the same as he was last year in terms of
Sar
the
actually looks better this year.
He looks slightly better, low key. I'm not gonna. Yeah, Bentancur just might be cooked. I'm not gonna lie. He might be cooked because even like, I think it's everyone who has to play that Bergvall kind of position or Bergvall and Bentancur position. Because if I look at Bergvall, it's night and day. Like, it's completely night and day with Bergvall, and it's always people who have to play that kind of position in which they suffer the most. Because Sar started off the season before we got Xavi Simons. He was in that 10 role and he was like initiating the press and he was leading the press and all that with Richarlison. So his role was different. But as soon as we got Xavi Simons, Sar has to start playing further back now. And I don't know I think Sar's just better as like almost like a free roam kind of player in a way. He's just better. And I don't know, in this kind of role where he has to like progress the ball and all that, like he can do it and the numbers show that he can do it. But just because he can do it doesn't mean that's what he's best at. Like, Sar's more of just a runner, and that's all right. But he needs to be in a certain situation for that to be able to work out. And unfortunately, it hasn't been the situation so far. I feel like coaching could have been part of it because for some of these players, it feels like they don't have any freedom to do anything. Like, I mean, looking at Bergvall especially, like he don't pass the ball forward no more. His ball carrying is slightly worse, but it's pretty much the same. But defensively, he was way better last year as well. Like,
the purple is this year.
The purple's this year. Yeah.
Holy hell.
Last year, the orange is last year. I would say the only thing is like the key passes are slightly better, but it feels like they're playing in a system. It feels like it's the coaching, because the only reason the numbers can really be this bad, like compared to last year, is if there was a system that's implemented. And it makes sense if we were winning games, we'd be okay with it. But like, we're not winning. We're not playing well. We're not winning. The midfield feels wide open all the time. And part of this is the reason why, bro, is because at least under Ange we had, I guess we had a midfield, but we didn't have a defense. Now we have a defense, we have no midfield. There's always something lacking when it comes to Spurs. Well, I'm hoping Gallagher could at least be a presence in midfield anyway. That's what we're hoping for. But if Thomas Frank coaches him like he's coached the rest of them, it might be bad, to be honest. I don't even want to look at Archie Gray because he spent so much time playing centre back.
Yeah, it probably will give you an error because it doesn't know what position he plays.
Yeah, I think they counted him as a defender last year, so we'll leave him alone. And Basuma hasn't even played this year either. Who else can we... Nah, that's really it. It's just Bergvall and Bentancur.
Shout out to Basuma trying to come here to my hometown.
Hey, shout out to Basuma, man. I'm so annoyed with Basuma, man. I get so annoyed because he would actually have been a very good partner to Palinha. He wanted to start here. I wanted Palinha and Basuma to be the pivot instead of Bentancur, because he actually carries the ball. Like, he's a much better carrier of the ball than anyone else in the team. He passed forward way more than anyone else in the team.
Yep.
He would have like, he's athletic, he's got all of those traits. And with someone like Palinha, to basically just do all the dirty work and all the defensive work for him, it gives him a lot of opportunity to just carry the ball and do what he was doing at Brighton. But because he's just not serious, and he got busted for balloons again and being late, he's been exiled pretty much. And I'm not saying I blame Thomas Frank for that, because that's Basuma not being serious. But if he was serious, this would have been the perfect opportunity for him to be back to what he used to do at Brighton.
Exactly.
It's just unfortunate. But I'm hoping Gallagher can replace that, to be honest. Maybe we're asking too much of him. I don't know. But at least it's something that we can ask for.
Jesus.
I'm looking at the forward pass percentage. I'm looking at the possessions one. I'm like, so when he does
a player
forward,
that's on our team that has a higher forward pass percentage.
We don't. The closest is Sar, and it's not that high. It's high, but it's not that high. It's a lot lower.
So,
to be honest,
I just want to
84.
call this out as well. Someone in the chat said that's why Sar is being benched, because Frank don't like him. I do have a problem with Frank with that. Like
Yeah.
Brendan Johnson and Sarr, nah, apparently. I get Brendan because the moment I saw Kudus doing flips and tricks in the corner, I was like, oh, Johnson's cooked. I was like, that boy's gone, bro.
Yeah, fair.
But for Sarr, like Sarr had like a shining moment last year.
He did.
Like he was on the top of the box a good amount of time and scored like at least 6 from my memory.
He literally got the assist in the Europa League final as well. Like
That's what I'm saying.
he was doing his thing, to be fair. I want to look at the early match weeks because I know Saw definitely played match week 1. Did he play in match week 2? I want to see. Okay, I clicked the wrong thing. But against Man City, did he play this game? I'm not gonna be able to see the lineups, am I? Unless I might not be able to see the lineups because I fucked this up. Let me just full screen it. It won't look good for the stream, but it is what it is.
I just know, like, I get it. He was out on AFCON, so he wouldn't have played last month.
Yeah.
So we probably should have played him a lot more going into it.
Let me see. Literally, he's played 14 games. He's started 7 of them, but majority of those that he started was at the start of the
at the start of the season.
Start of the season, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why it showed me the last 5 games. It should show me all the games. I don't know why it shows me the last 5. I'm gonna have to just do this through Google, which is fine. You know, I'll just do this through Google. Makes life a lot easier for me. But Papstar definitely played against Burnley. Pretty sure he played against City. Let me go through all of these. That's friendlies. Okay, there we go. So Man City. Does he play? Yep. Sarr plays against Burnley and City. Next game is Bournemouth, in which we lost, right? We lost 1-0 to Bournemouth. I hate Google sometimes, so it refreshes every time I want to use it. Bournemouth, does Sarr play? Sarr does start against Bournemouth as well. So literally at the start of the season, Pap Sarr was starting all of these games. That's bro, why is it taking me back to Ange seasons, bro? What the hell? This is flipping crazy.
Google does that.
It takes me back to Ange years. It's crazy. This is May. Flipping hell. But yeah, Bournemouth he starts. West Ham. Does he play against West Ham? Yes, he does because he scores in this game. So he plays against West Ham.
Yeah.
Villarreal. Does he play against Villarreal? It's not even gonna let me see against Villarreal. Okay. Tottenham versus Villarreal. Does he play this game? Yep, he does play this game. Next game, he plays against West Ham. Who was the next game he played?
Every game that you've looked
Brighton.
at, he got subbed.
He did get subbed in his game, to be fair. Brighton, 2-2. Does he play this game? He doesn't play this game. So after so at the Brighton game is when he stopped starting.
And
after
that's
this.
when the
that's when
slope started.
That's when
I'm not going to say it's on. I'm not going to say it's on Sarr, but I think the biggest complaint for a lot of people is team selection from Thomas Frank.
Yeah.
And like the data doesn't lie. Like you can look at Sarr as one of the people that actually pushed the ball up the field. Now we have Conor Gallagher. If he really likes that, 3-person midfield, Sarr, Conor Gallagher, Paulinho.
It looks like, because as of recently, we've been playing like 4-2-3-1, so like 2 DMs and like a number 10. So I think if we're gonna keep playing that, then I guess he'd be like he'd be a pivot with Paulinho, I guess. So it'd be Paulinho in the 6 with him in the 8, and then Xavi Simons in the 10 probably. And then Odegaard and Tell. Did you hear by the way, Tell wants to go on loan as well to get more game time.
Bullshit.
Apparently he wants to go on loan. It's like Not now, please, bro. Like, not now. Bro, I would start Tell for the rest of the year. I don't care, bro. Like, don't go. Because we don't have no one else. We have no
I
one else at this point. I'm so done, man.
Tell, I love you. If you want to leave, that's on you, but please, bro, don't. So, this is what Ange was good at, bro.
Yeah. The
Like,
man
he'll be able to
management
be
thing.
like,
Yeah.
hey, man, chill out. I'll start you at some point, but right now is not the good time.
Yeah.
And he'll be able to chill him out. Frank's over here probably icing him out.
It feels like that for
Tell
real.
doesn't know when the next time he even gonna touch the pitch is. I'm just like with Tell. I mean, we talked about it the last time. Like, I was like, who picks Richarlison over Tell? And everyone picked Tell.
Yeah. Yeah, for the most part, yeah,
Because
everyone picked Tell. Yeah, you're right. Because you're doing on the Discord server, right?
we've had, 3 years of Richarlison?
And it don't look like it's getting much better. Because like even with Saw right here, because I've got shout out to Mr. Rudan, by the way. Salute to PFC and Eric in the chat. I see you guys. But literally until we signed Xavi Simmons, because I was really wondering like why is it that Saw just dropped off in terms of minutes played? It's because we signed Xavi Simmons. The West Ham was his first game. Was Xavi Simmons' first game, and he was playing on as a left winger. Remember we were playing Xavi Simmons as a left winger to start off because of that whole left wing situation. Like he didn't trust Odegaard and them, man. It was after that, after he was so bad at left wing that we were like, all right, cool, he can't play there. He started playing as a 10, and basically Saw got benched at that point because Saw was starting as a 10 for us, or as like the most advanced
disgusting
for the most part. So I literally, the first 4 games of the season, he's playing the whole game, or he's getting subbed off after like 70 minutes. And then from the 20th of September, all the way till the 1st of November, so that's over a month of football. That's almost 2 months of football. We'll say like a month of football. He's not starting at all. He's playing 12 minutes, then 17, then 4 minutes, then 12 minutes. So basically a month and a half of Premier League football, he's not starting any of them. He's getting garbage minutes basically. Yeah, he got 4 minutes against Aston Villa when we were losing. 17 minutes when we were beating Leeds. We were 1-0 down to Wolves. He got thrown on, and then 3-0 up against Everton. He got thrown in. So not really any games that really mean anything except for the Wolves one. Then he was thrown in for 2 games straight against Man United and Chelsea. For whatever reason, I think he just decided to throw him in, and then he was back to getting sub minutes pretty much until he went to AFCON, for the most part. So to be fair, that's a reoccurring thing with basically Saar, Gray, and Bergvall. It's a reoccurring theme for all of them. They'll start off either on the bench or playing, then they'll get a run in the team, and then after a few games they'll get dropped again and just thrown on the bench. Like, these are younger players who rely on form because of their age. Like, if you want to say Saar is not really a young player, that's fine, I'll give you that. But Saar's like 23, Bergvall and Gray are like 20. These are players that rely on form. Like, they're not 30-year-olds who, like, they're set in stone what they're going to be. If Saar's playing the best football we've seen at Spurs so far from him, and then you throw him on the bench for whatever reason for like a month, of course, when he comes back, he's not gonna have the confidence, first of all, but he's also gonna be rusty. Because if I'm playing the best football of my life, or if I'm uploading the best videos of my life, right, nothing but bangers for a month straight, and then YouTube suspends me for 30 days, of course, as soon as I come back, it's not gonna be at the level. I've got to work my way up to it, because you just put a halt on everything I was doing for like a month and a half. But for some reason, not only does Saar's instruction change, but his position changes, and he's not getting minutes. And when he comes on, he's not really getting any chance to do anything. Like, you're going to give a number 8 or a number 6, or whatever you think Saar is, you're going to give him 15 minutes on average a game for the next month and a half, and you're going to complain that he's not impacting the game. It's like, what are we doing here, bro? Well, it's 15 minutes a game on average, basically. Then he gets 90 minutes against Chelsea and Man United, doesn't impact the game that much, and all of a sudden he's back to just being shit. Like, he's shit, he's not good, we should sell him, he's useless. And it's like, bro, when he was playing like our best player, you supported the manager benching him for a month and a half. It's like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, these men don't know what they want, but one thing they do want is to just, I ain't gonna lie, like, if I'm keeping it a spade, they just want to talk shit on all of the players we have, even the players that play well. They just want to talk shit and either to support their agenda about the board or support their agenda about the manager. That's pretty much all it is, bro. Because these players could do, bro. You wouldn't think these players would have won a trophy. All Tottenham fans do is talk about how bad the Europa League was for us to win. Like, everything is just such a caveat with us. We can't just be happy. We can't just be look at what our players achieved. Look at how well this player is playing. It's always a problem with whether it's Sarr, whether it was even when Richarlison was playing okay. Like, it's like it's fucking taboo to say Richarlison actually played decently for a game. It's taboo. You can't say it. If Odegaard plays well, it's an issue. If Bergval or Archie Gray have a good game, these men want to act like it didn't happen. They're just not allowed to have a good stretch of games because it doesn't support their agenda about the manager or about the board. It's crazy.
Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people want big names, like they're playing goddamn career mode in FC with like unlimited budget. They want, Mbappe to go to Tottenham.
No, facts.
But we'll go home and play like Football Manager and go to the Amazon rainforest and pick up a child to be the next Pele. Like, I don't understand like the anger that people have, but this is like, to your point, first things first, from the chat as well, 11 points when he played majority of minutes out of 15. Like, when Sarr was playing, we were winning. So, like,
yep.
For me, I don't know if Frank's the guy, because I flipped out. The other day. I put it in your Discord.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, bro, like, I can't anymore. Like, I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to support you. But your team selections every now and then, you can clearly see, like, it's not working with everybody there. Whatever system he's got them running, it's just not it.
Yep. I fully agree.
From the chat, Paqueta, I was just about to say, I was like, while they're going down, they need to have a fucking flea market. They need to have a fire sale, an estate sale, bro.
Unfortunately, he wants to go back to Brazil. But Jared Bowen, though.
Bowen, give me Paqueta. Hey, throw some money on the table. Paqueta will stay. Hey, he's good at betting. So, like, give him,
give him like an extra
on Bet365.
Yeah, we'll give him an extra 500K or something. Like, yo, you can bet this if you want. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro.
You can do that if you want to.
I would love both of those, but like, if he goes back, he's what, like 28, right?
Yeah, around that. Yeah, Paqueta's not old. I think he's just sick of England, to be honest. He's not old.
He wasted his career at West Ham. What do you expect?
Bro,
Kudus was smart. He got the heck out of there.
True.
They were playing him at cam, striker, left wing, right wing. He was like, bro, I can't do this.
It's over. Hey, look, if we get Bowen, of course I'm going to be happy as hell if we get Bowen. I think Kudus will be pissed, though, because I don't know what's going to happen with Kudus. Because whenever he doesn't play right wing, he looks really suspect. And I don't know what's going to happen with Bowen because he's a right winger as well. But yeah, if we could get Bowen, I'd be happy as hell with that. But I'm just glad the board's showing some form of intent, man. That's Danielus, what's up, by the way, my bro? Hope you're well. But yeah, man, I'm just glad the board's showing something. It's not the best name, it's not the flashiest name, but at least
Oscar
it's a
Bob
name.
Is going to Palace.
Really, Oscar Bob?
Bob.
Pep must be fuming, bro. I know Pep likes Oscar Bob. He's really going Pep. Damn.
Hey, chat, show that. I don't see that at all.
Let me see what Oscar Bob is. I don't even see it.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I don't see it. I don't like just scrolling Twitter randomly before some OnlyFans shit comes up, but yeah. Dean Jones. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's see this. I can't type. Fuck. I don't see. Let me see. Continue to be muted. Oscar Bob is linked to Dortmund, but still has a chance to shine the Prem. I mean, look, hey, look. The one thing I will say is, if he does go to Palace, I'm assuming, because I saw the Gahey thing and I'm like, okay, fairs. If they're doing like a Gahey for Oscar Bob kind of thing, if City somehow do that, that's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. But I guess because they have signed Semenyo, they're really looking for a centre back to really compete with Arsenal. So if that is true, I can't like Gahey for Oscar Bob is a very good swap. I'm not gonna lie, it's a very good swap. But I mean, Oscar Bob's a good player.
I don't want to cheer on City buying all these talents, but somebody's got to stop Arsenal.
Someone got to stop. Yeah, that's literally how I think. Someone got to stop Arsenal, bro. They have to.
I'm just watching the dark arts being performed in front of me, and I'm just turning my head, just like, all right.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead and buy Semenyo.
Buy Semenyo. Buy
Not
Gahey.
like you needed him.
They definitely didn't need him, bro. Especially after keeping Savio from us. Oh gosh.
Got Marmoush, Savinho.
Yeah, they got Marmoush still yet to come back as well. Oh my, this is ridiculous. Them man are living life out there. But we need to get. I know there's more midfielders we could have got, and I hope that we still look at midfielders to buy, because I'm assuming like Gallagher can't replace two players. Like right now, Basuma's exiled from a team and Bentacle's out for the rest of the season. So if we're being real, we need to buy at least one more midfielder to really replace them, because then it will not only ask questions about the youth players that we do have, but also like what to do with them. Because I've seen like with Archie Gray, for example, as well. I'd be honest, I'd just fully convert him to a fullback, if I'm being honest with you. Because it's not like he's played terribly at fullback, but also he's young enough to where he can do it now, and now's the best time to do it, because he's only like 19. So if we plan on Archie being a part of the future for the next 4 or 5 years, we might as well train him as a fullback, but especially considering we still don't have a proper right back, unless you're counting Jed Spence as a left back. I don't know. But Sousa, I don't know about Sousa. And I don't know about Archie as a midfielder, to be honest. His awareness is absolutely diabolical. I think it masks a lot at fullback. But in terms of Bergvall and Sarr specifically, if we get one more midfielder who's actually like a passing and progressing midfielder, which to be fair, Danilist already put in the chat, but someone who instead of carrying the ball forward will just pass the ball forward like consistently. If we get another midfielder like that, it definitely does ask questions about the futures of like a Pape Sarr or a Bergvall, because I mean Pape Sarr is homegrown, so in a sense is very valuable to the team, because obviously it doesn't count as a placement in the Champions League because he's considered homegrown. But also Bergvall will be considered homegrown. Archie Gray is considered homegrown as well. I think it just comes down to the rest of the team. Like, Richarlison's not homegrown, but Richarlison is Richarlison. You know, and now he's injured as well. He's another player that's injured too. So, all these midfielders that we do have, all these injuries that we have, I hope we look at...
Who's our starting striker?
Kolo Muani.
I'm gonna kill myself.
It's Kolo Muani. He don't score. And the thing is, I'm a fan... It's what annoys me about Conor, because I'm a fan of his game. Like, the way he plays football, I'm a fan of it. But at the end of the day, if you don't score, you're not a good striker. Like, if you can't score goals. Like, I like the link-up play. I like the runs he makes. I like all of that stuff. But if you don't score, you're just not a good striker. And he doesn't score. So I can like Kolo Muani's game all I want. But if whenever he's on the pitch, we look like we can't attack, then he's a negative. And right now, Kolo Muani, unfortunately, is a negative, because he's leading the line and he can't score. You know, say that we have Odebear. Odebear scored against Villa, of course. Like, that did wonders for my PR. But Odebear's not a goal scorer by trade. Like, he's not one either. Xavi Simons not a goal scorer by trade. even when Kudus was fit, he's not a goal scorer by trade. So we really need a striker to be that. I think we have enough players on the ball to where if we sign like an 8 that can really pass the ball like very well, we wouldn't even need like a link up striker, because you'd have Odebear, you'd have Kudus, you have Xavi Simmons, and of course you need to get better players than Odebear and Tel and all of them, but you have those styles of wingers, and then you'll have a poacher or like a goal poacher or an aerial threat or whatever you want to call it up front, which is pretty much what Richarlison has been. Like, we know he's shit, but at the end of the day, he's the best goal scorer at the club. He's the best goal scorer for what it's worth. So now that he's injured and Conor Mawani is going to be leaving at the end of the season because he's on loan, now we need a striker. And Richarlison getting injured was one of the worst things that could have happened to us, because we only have, I think, 13 senior players. Not counting Sousa and Gallagher, we have 13 senior players, I think it is. Or 14 if you don't include Vicario and Kinski. So it's bad. It's bad. Even with these signings, we barely have a bench. So we need to still be looking at some players at least. Because throwing Solanke on for 10 minutes, like, it's nice Solanke's back, like, we're hey, but let's be real, he's not fit enough to start any games and have any impact. Same thing with Udogie, he's not going to have any impact because he keeps getting injured. Sousa, I'm assuming, is going to need some time to adjust to the Premier League. Plus, he's young, so I don't think he's going to have any impact. The only person that will have any impact potentially is Conor Gallagher, bro. So we need to sign more players like him who might actually have some impact immediately, especially if we want to finish in the top 6, because that's the only thing we have left. We're out of the FA Cup. We're out of the Carabao Cup. Let's not even talk about the Champions League. All we have is the league now. So if we're serious, we should be doing everything it takes to finish in the top 6. We basically used the Brennan Johnson money to get Conor Gallagher. So that means we're still in the green. There's no reason why we can't go out and sign someone else now. We're still in the green.
Hot take. I'd rather have Conor Gallagher than Brendan Johnson. I'm going to get some heat for that, but
I don't even think that's a hot take. I would agree. I'll stand with you.
Because a lot of people are like, oh, he's our top scorer and all that. And I love Brennan. I just think with how we're set up right now, like I said, when Kudus got there and he was passing the ball, hey, he hit Richarlison with 2 passes. And Richarlison banged both in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't count I could probably count on my hand the amount of times I've seen Brennan cross and it wasn't just out for a corner.
Yeah, fair, yeah. You're right, he is our top goal scorer, but it's almost like an at what cost kind of thing. Just because of how negative he is at everything else. Like, his passing game is average, he's not physical, dribbling game is laughable. He's quick off the ball, but he's not quick on the ball. It's literally just his finishing inside the box. Not even just finishing. His finishing inside the box. He has no long shot to his game. Doesn't really have a volley to his game too much. You know, it's just very one-dimensional from Brennan. So he was a top goal scorer, and he did obviously score the goal to win the Europa League, but it's just a very one-dimensional. There's only so much you can do with Brennan Johnson leading your front line. There's only a certain amount of ways you can attack, and it's just easy to counter, to be honest. So, yeah, I agree with having Gallagher over Brennan, especially considering what the midfield situation's like with all the injuries. We need a winger. I know we don't have a right winger, but we did need a midfielder. We need a winger like as soon as possible. If I'm Thomas Frank, I'm convincing Matisse Tel to stay with everything. I would beg. I'll be like, yo, you want that left wing spot? It's all yours, bro. I'll be doing all of that with Matisse Tel because
I think he wants Richarlison's spot.
At this point, I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I'd tell him he can have that spot too, because Richarlison's gone. He's injured for what I'd assume would be the rest of the season. Kolo Muani is on loan, so he's going to be gone at the end of the year anyway. I'll be honest, Matisse Tel has more of a future at this club than any other striker at Tottenham.
To be fair, a quick tip, if y'all want to hit on a bet, put Matisse Tell down for either shots or like one shot on target. You'll hit every time, bro. When he's
Oh
out
yeah,
there, he's taking a shot.
he's shooting. Yeah, he's shooting. But I would want Tell on the left, to be honest, mainly because I'm not gonna lie. Whenever Tell's on the pitch, he just looks like he wants it.
Yeah.
You know, he actually shows some desire. He actually shows some, and the thing is, he's actually pretty quick as well. He's actually pretty quick too on the ball, and his dribbling game isn't great, but one thing he does do is that he's able to just drag it away and run with it, and it's just, I don't know, it's direct in a way that we haven't seen in a while from a winger, because like the last person who used to do that was Son, but like Son was like he was just aging and he had back problems, you know, in the last couple of years of his career here, so we didn't really get to see it as much. And that's not me saying that Tell's gonna be the best thing since sliced bread or nothing, but at least I see something from Tell. And to be fair, I see the same flashes of things from Odebear as well. And this is why, like, again, it's why I get annoyed with the fan base, because like there's none of us think that Tell and Odebear are good enough to start for us consistently. Like, no one's saying that. But people will act like these lot do absolutely nothing on the pitch, and it's insane to me. Like, you would think, I know Tell, obviously 45 million, we overpaid for Tell, but Odebear especially, we paid 25 million for him. You would think we paid, like, you think we paid Brennan Johnson money for Odebear, the way people talk about him. We paid 25 million for a 20-year-old who didn't
From
really
Burnley,
have,
right?
from Burnley, yeah, who like
From fucking Burnley.
like he showed flashes of brilliance, but he wasn't really anything else. He wasn't anything special. And it's like, bro, if we sell Odebear, we're making profit on that guy. You know what I'm saying? We're making profit on it. And Matisse Tell, I understand, it was 35 million we paid, but then the 10 million for the loan, so it's 45 million. I get it, and I understand people's frustration with Tell. But if we're being honest, Tell hasn't really gotten a chance in this team. And again, this is not us saying that Matisse Tell is good enough right now, but let's be honest, this is the best time for Tell to get an opportunity. In my opinion, with the way they're both playing, I would start Tell over Odebear. I would let Odebear basically be like a player off the bench, like an impact sub, and I would go for another winger in the January market, because we're not going to sign two wingers, we're going to sign one. So I would rather, if Tell wants to leave to get game time, I'd rather prioritize Tell's game time over Odebear, mainly because, if I'm being real, Tell has just been playing very well the last few weeks, to be honest. So I'd rather get, especially with the striker situation as well, or if Thomas Frank has a way for Tell to play up front, then play Tell up front and get a winger. But we need to at least bring in some players just to make things better here, because the floor of the players is startling for me. I'm not gonna lie.
If we get a healthy Solanke, I think that's what Frank is waiting for, because I think he opens up a lot of the issues. Because Solanke's really good at like taking up space, being a guy, like you could see it when he came in, immediately like trapped the ball in the box, passed it out, almost got a shot. Solanke's really good at creating for others. Like if you played a 4-4-2 with Solanke and Richarlison would get every goal because he would just have somebody next to him to set him up.
I get what you're saying, to be fair. And the only thing I'd say to that is, because it's taken this long for Solanke to get here, I don't know how long it's going to take for him to be firing on all cylinders again. Because we're already halfway through, and I know we got dealt a bad hand because we got Aston Villa straight away, but in a weird way, like this is why, like, I hate Arsenal. Then I got Portsmouth. It's so jarring, and like Chelsea got fucking Charlton, but the best time really for Solanke to have gotten time to like find himself would have been like these miscellaneous cup games, to where like it doesn't matter too much, because even if we had gotten like a Charlton or Portsmouth, we know we're not winning the FA Cup, but Solanke, I mean, he was fit enough to play 10 minutes against Villa. He would have been fit enough to play like a bit longer against like a Portsmouth or a Charlton or something like that, in a game that doesn't matter as much, in a game that would be a lot easier. So I kind of wish that Solanke was able to come back a bit earlier. But at this point, since the Prem is the most important thing and really the only thing we have left, it's almost unfair to him, but at the same time, it's like we can't necessarily wait that long for Solanke to get back because of A, the amount of injuries we have, and B, how bad we are in the league. Like, we're already 14. We have to make up points. If we was in a position where we was already up there, we might be able to afford to take a couple losses or not look as good because Solanke's getting back to full fitness. But we're in a scenario where the easy games are pretty much done for the most part. Like, we have maybe a couple more easy games, and then we got to play City at home, United away, Arsenal at home, Liverpool away, Sunderland away. Do we have to play? I don't think we have to play Newcastle again, but we got Chelsea on the last day. It's to the point where we've got all these difficult games coming up because we've squandered all the easy games for the most part. So now we're pretty much looking at what we have left. Like, we need you lot we need something from you guys. Like, we need points. And this is why I was so pissed when we drew against Brentford, drew against Sunderland, lost against Bournemouth. When we drew against Wolves back at the start of the season, and we drew against Brighton, and we threw away all these games. And the main reason I was pissed is because, like, when we have to play these good teams that we know are better than us and we know could beat us, we don't have any leg to stand on at that point. Because if we just beat all the teams we were better than, we would be up there already. If we didn't drop points from winning positions as much as we do, we'd be up there already. But we keep playing around.
Who from Sutherland would you take right now to bring to our team?
Only Xhaka, I think. That's really it. Maybe Ballard as a backup, but...
So you're saying that you don't rate anybody to switch out, but that team is higher up, and that's why I'm like, it is how we're setting up. It is the system. It is the system, right? I was thinking about it. So last year, there was multiple times that Brentford scored in like the first minute of the game, right?
Yep. Sorry.
And I was just like, okay, so this team, they're well coached because they have a system that gets them to score, pretty instantly. That's why I like the idea of Frank. I think he sets up in the same way of playing pure counterattack, but he doesn't have the midfield. And he's not pivoting. Like, I'm not seeing, like, him trying to go for, like, counterattacks.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
No, I get where you're coming from, too. We don't. It's like, if we don't get a set piece, we don't look threatening at all. It's like, I'm looking at the table right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, there's no reason why we shouldn't be... Wolves, Burnley, and West Ham, we should be getting max points from them because they're all shit. We drew against Wolves, so that's already out the window. We got bent over by Forest, safety pause, because that is a crazy term. I'm not gonna lie. Leeds, we beat, to be fair. Bournemouth, we've lost twice.
Don't even get me started about Bournemouth, because
we lost twice.
City leaving Semenyo there just so he could give us back shots.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's one of the most nasty things that I've ever seen. They said, no, keep him there. Keep him there. He won, and like an X-Man, his jersey switched colors overnight.
Fucking crazy. The next day, the day after doing that, he's on the plane. The
next day, he was already in Man City clothes. I was like, that's got to be the most despicable, bro.
Flipping ridiculous, bro. Like, Crystal Palace got some good players, but they're not in good form right now. They ain't won a game in their last 5. There's some players I take from Palace for sure, but overall, are they a better team than us? I mean, if you want to make the argument, sure, but I wouldn't be listening. I'm not gonna lie. Everton, I'm looking at Everton like, are they really a better team than us? I don't believe so. Brighton, I don't believe they're a better team than us. Sunderland, no. Fulham, no. Brentford, fuck no. Fuck no for Brentford. So it's like,
yo, shout out Brentford, bro. Everyone thought y'all were gonna get relegated.
They're in the Europa League spot after 21
and they're in the
games.
Europa League spot.
I can't be asked, bro. They're in the Europa League spot.
We took your coach and y'all got better. How does that work? I don't know.
Insane. But that's the thing, like, Arsenal, City, Villa, Liverpool, that's 4. Newcastle 5. United 6. Chelsea 7. Those 7 teams, if we lost those games, cool, I get it. However, there's still another 12 teams in this league in which, if you want to say, oh, we shouldn't be beating all of them, cool. But let's be honest, yeah. You only need about 60 points, roughly. You need roughly 60 points to get top 6. Give or take. It could be about 65 or so. Let's say 65. Bro, that's 20 wins and 5 draws. You're telling me in this league we can't get 20 wins in this league? You are smoking crack. There's no way. You tell me we can't get 20 wins.
Crystal Palace above us. I would take the coach of Palace. I'm forgetting his name. Right
Glasner. Glasner.
I would take Glasner right now, bro. Brighton. I would take Hurstler right now, bro.
Fair.
Lebriz right now, bro. Like
Fair.
the coaches going above, except for Man U. Like I would.
And they sacked their manager. Okay, they sacked their manager.
I mean, they don't even got one.
Because they got Michael Carrick to the end of the year, but at least they got an interim, and that's the thing. Like people say, oh, would you get an interim? Man United clearly did, and they're a bit. No one's gonna fix their lips to say, oh, Man United are this and that or the other. Man United got an interim, and they're the biggest club in England. You know, they did it.
But you get what I'm saying. It's like Lebriz, Hurstler.
Oh yeah,
like
coaching wise, yes, yeah.
Very good coaches. And I thought Thomas Frank was on that level, but I'm not seeing
it. I'm not. And people will, and where I will give some Frank Edder some grace is that people are using the Frank's never won a trophy thing. For me personally, I don't mind as much that he hasn't won a trophy. Mainly because, like, you don't have to have won a trophy in order to make us a better team. But in that way, it's almost worse because, like, even though you haven't won a trophy, we're still giving you grace to do that here. And you still have us looking this bad. Like, that's terrible. That's terrible.
No, and you know what? I would have taken probably from 9th and above at this point right now and been fine. Because your narrative, Frank, was this team was garbage last year and I'm going to make it better. We are at the same spot we were this point last year. So we haven't gotten better. So do you understand what I'm saying? Like hey, Aaron, his narrative this entire year has been that we were garbage.
We just as bad. We just as bad.
In an interview, remember, he said, let's not forget we finished 17th last year.
Yeah, he did say that. He did.
So your narrative is that last year, yeah, we may have won a trophy, but we finished 17th. We almost got relegated. Right? That was the narrative. So like, I don't need him to win a trophy to be a player developer, which he was clearly good at, right?
Yeah, you would think so. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm really looking at this like, was that Thomas Frank or was that Brentford? I ain't gonna lie. Because as much as the managers keep changing at Brighton, the same shit be happening with Brighton. Like Brentford there is crazy.
Damn.
But Brentford there is crazy, I'm not gonna lie. But like the amount I keep seeing with Brentford, they look just fine without Frank. Brighton, they lost De Zerbi, they lost Graham Potter, they lost all these managers, and they still the same kind of team or the same caliber of team. It'll be interesting if Marco Silva ever left Fulham for whatever reason, if they still find themselves roughly around this level of just being stable in the Premier League. Crystal Palace is another team that's always really just been stable. They never really won a trophy until last year with Glasner, but even before Glasner, they were just a stable Premier League team, which maybe for a couple years maybe had some relegation scares, but for the most part, they've just been in the Prem stable. I don't remember the last time Everton won anything, but they've been a stable Premier League team with a couple relegation scares. Like, I'll be honest, I know that while Thomas Frank was there, they were Championship and then they became Prem and then they got stable. But I'm looking at this. Of course, Thomas Frank had something to do with it. I'm not going to say like Thomas Frank had nothing to do with it. He had a lot to do with it, I'm sure. But I'm hearing people say that Brentford are fifth because of what Thomas Frank left behind, and it's like, so he left them behind and they got better. Like, what what am I hearing right now? Brentford are fifth because Frank left them in such a good position that they could just carry on and they could be better than they've ever been. I mean, I don't know if that's how that works, bro. Especially when all the best players that made that system work left the club as well.
No, I can believe it. I mean, the person that took the spot was what, an underling of him, right?
Yeah, it was a set piece coach. Yeah.
And yeah, I could definitely believe that he loved, because he was there from like what, championship or like League One, and
Yeah.
brought them all the way up and kept them there.
Yeah.
I can believe that he has some deep love, and then he'll be with us. He'll either get fired or it'll work out here. And when he comes back at the end of his career, he'll spend the rest of his days as like a Brentford, some famous person there.
Yeah, especially
I don't know.
Especially if they stay like where they're at as well. If they stay where they're at, then that will be very good for them. But it's just like sometimes I just looking at this fucking
The table's crazy.
looking at
Also,
the table is crazy.
It's pissing me off right now because I'm looking at Man United, right? I thought they were terrible, right? I thought they were
Yeah.
doing bad. They fired their coach, right? Looking at the standings, doesn't really even look that good, right? 21 games, 885, right? Doesn't even look that good. And then I look down at us and we're way below them. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on, bro? They don't even have a coach.
The 5 points behind them, I know. And so even with how bad we've played, and by the way, at this point in the season, Ange only conceded 32 goals, including a 6-3 loss to Liverpool. Frank's conceded 27, so great defensive metrics, by the way. It's tough.
But so that's what. So he always says, he said it last night. Oh, the second half we were pretty good and we didn't let any goals in, right? Like, he hinges on, we have to be more balanced. Last year we were all offense, no defense. We have to be more balanced both sides. But like, he lets in goals, like, and then we don't score.
At this point last season, we had scored 43 goals and conceded 32.
We were in 17th with a positive goal difference, something that no one's ever done.
Oh, we actually had -1 because we conceded 4 against Brighton the last day.
Oh yeah, like the last day.
We had -1, but yeah, the sentiment is still there. Like a -1 goal difference at 17th is wild.
At 17th,
it's wild. Yeah, it's wild. It's like, bro, we still conceded just as much, bro. We're another 6-3 away from basically conceding the same amount of goals.
But that's why I can't defend them anymore, because like your tactics, it doesn't look like it's working. I don't know if you're delusional or you're just not seeing that, like, what you're doing right now is not scoring us goals, but also there's goals being allowed in. And you can try to blame Vicario for all of it, but like at a certain point, it's not going to work. It's
bad.
What's going on with this signing though? Big up, man.
Hold up, man. This signing is bad. Aaron, I want to get you your last thoughts because Man is a Chelsea fan, so I'm gonna let him talk about how he feels about Gallagher and all that. So if you got any last thoughts, Aaron, let us know. And if there's anything you want to promo, feel free to promo it.
No, I don't have anything to promo yet, but nice chat. And then
nice chat.
I guess Melon's about to come on here and be like, we just took their
he's gonna
dirty
laugh.
Deeds.
He's gonna laugh at us.
His seconds.
Yep, pretty much.
It's one of my favorite ever players, man.
He's trolling. He's trolling.
Because like I do see that narrative too, though. Like we just took the garbage of Chelsea since y'all didn't want him.
It's good. Every time Gallagher drops a stinker, that's what it's gonna be.
How much did Athletic pay for him originally?
It was around 40, I think.
Okay, so they pretty much it's basically a 2-year loan deal at that point.
Yeah,
basically. All right, fair enough. Well, Aaron, I appreciate you, man. Whenever you have something to promo, feel free to promo it here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
No problem.
Catch y'all.
Catch you in a bit, man.
Big up, Aaron.
All right, better talk to me, my bro. What's your thoughts about this Gallagher deal, man?
I'm never a person that would put forward a lot of sentiment towards a player, especially a player of his ability. No offense to him or
Lack
anyone, but
of, yeah, fair.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
This is so
I,
funny.
d- I, I don't. The main problem I have with it is that I don't understand it. Your problem right now at Tottenham, right? Your main issue is you can't get the ball up the pitch, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The only thing that is wrong with this Tottenham team is you cannot physically progress the ball.
So
You
we
got like
signed Gallagher.
Dragusin and Pelinia as a pivot. Xavi Simmons in the 10 and Tell on the left, which I haven't seen much of him. I can't comment on Tell.
Fair.
Kudus on the right and Richarlison up top. It's like I haven't seen a team this dysfunctional in quite a while. Maybe
Yeah.
2 or 3 years ago with Chelsea. And then you're talking about 2 or 3 years ago of Chelsea and dysfunctional. The main player you'd pick out is Gallagher and say, my God, he was an absolute menace. He was terrible. You know the clip of I think it was Benzema and Vinicius Junior. I think it was, and he was saying something about him playing against them.
Yeah.
It was that every week because Gallagher was playing in the 10, Palmer was playing on the right, Jackson up top. It was just a whole lot of shit.
Fair.
Whole lot of shit. Whole lot of bullshit. And when Enzo started getting injured, he had a hernia. He went further back on the pitch, and his lack of intelligence and lack of technical ability was a little bit more hidden. So I do see him playing in the 6 or the 8, if you will, in the pivot with Palinia. So I think he's basically just depth for Bentancur, but you're paying 40 million for him. I don't
Fair.
understand the reason that you've gone in for him.
Honestly,
At all.
I don't know either. But the only thing I can really say about Gallagher is because I mean, he's just alright, isn't it? Like he's cool. Like he's alright. Like he's not bad. Like he's a good player, but you're not gonna get that much like amazing out of Gallagher, which is fair. But
Not at all.
we're just at the point as Tottenham where it's like we're 14th, but top 6 is like 6-7 points away, and we still have a lot of difficult games left, and we've pretty much squandered all of our easy games. So the only thing we can do right now is just improve what we can, or at least just improve the squad in any way, because the way I'm looking at it is like the first set of difficult games, like in terms of like you man, Arsenal, and all of these, like the teams we not only the lineups and all that stuff, but we couldn't hold a candle to any of them except for the Manchester clubs. We couldn't hold a candle to any team. And the only way we'll be able to get top 6 is if we can at least steal some points off of any of you guys above us, because we've already like the teams below us. Like we still have West Ham and Burnley to play. We still have Wolves to play. But apart from those two, apart from the relegation teams, like Forest we lost to, Leeds we got to play, Bournemouth we lost twice. You know, Everton could be anything. Brighton could be anything. So like I'm really looking at these teams and I'm like, if we're actually gonna be serious and compete for top 6, even if it's a similar profile to what we have, we just need better players. And that's the only thing I can really look at for Gallagher is if we're really gonna transition into a new era and like they're really backing Thomas Frank to do that, then the style of player that Gallagher is, well, you're gonna need someone like that. They're not gonna necessarily play every game. They might not necessarily even be like crazily important, but you do need that profile of player at times in a team that needs to win games. So I'm looking at this signing as okay, so he's basically a better version, a more experienced version of like Sarr or Bergval. You know, someone who runs around a lot. You know, not necessarily the most forward thinking player, but can be. You know, someone who's defensively okay, someone who doesn't get tired, just like another athlete really. But he's just better than what we've got.
Mm.
And it's like, that's the only way you can really look at it because he doesn't offer anything crazy. Like he doesn't offer anything specific. Like he's not Pelinha, who's just a defensive masterclass. He's not a 10. You know, he's not like a great crosser of the ball. He's not an outstanding passer. Like he's just Conor
He's
Gallagher.
there. He's there. Whenever we'd play, you know, talking a few years back now, thank God, we played with Mount, Havertz, and Gallagher as three of the players starting for us in wherever they played, and it was genuinely like playing with 8 men. I'm not just saying this because he signed for Tottenham,
Yeah,
right? All sentiment aside, all bullshit aside, strictly thinking about the profile and the quality, he's awful.
fair.
He's the most one-dimensional player that you're probably gonna see him out on the left. You're gonna see him in the 10. You're gonna see him in the 8. You can see him as a box to box. You're gonna see him as a destroyer. The only way in the way your team plays is him playing next to Palinha, in my opinion. That's it. That's the only place you're gonna be able to see, oh, okay, he runs around with his head down a lot. He's really dumb. He
Yeah,
isn't technical whatsoever, but he is somewhat okay at breakup play. And that's it.
yeah.
That's it.
I feel
Like
you.
that's
Yeah.
it. That's all he's good at.
You basically just described what we have as our midfield now. It's
Yeah.
just a better version of it. But that's the only thing I can really look at. Like, oh, so he's that. Like that's
Yeah.
all I can look at. He's just a better version of what we already have.
But
That's
you
like
need
this.
it though. The problem is the thing you needed is so obvious. You needed,
Yeah.
like, obviously there isn't many of these players left in football. You needed a Cesc Fabregas.
Oh yeah, true. Say Brendan
That's what
Johnson.
you
Yeah,
needed.
yeah. Brendan Johnson's definitely more one dimensional. To be fair, but
You sit further back in the team. You get your head up as soon as you're about to receive the ball. You get the ball and instantly you're making a forward pass. You're passing forwards. That's what you need. The problem with your team now is you don't have a player that has that mindset.
yeah,
Everything's just passed sideways,
yeah,
passed
which is
back.
true. Which is true. Which is why when Boris was talking about Alex Garcia from Leverkusen, he's
Mm.
definitely a player that we can look at for sure, for sure. He won't cost that much either, not only because he's from the Bundesliga, but he's also Spanish. They don't cost that much in general, bro. Spanish players don't really cost that much. He's someone
So many
I
of
would
them.
be like, yeah, he's one of those players I'd be like, he'd probably cost what, like maybe 30 million euros, something like that. He'll probably cost less than Gallagher. But someone like that would be a very good option for us. Like if we signed those two, we've already signed Souza, and then we sign a winger. I think that's a good January window, to be honest. I mean, obviously, I would want more, but that's only because the amount of injuries we have. Like we have so many injuries at this point, to where it's like,
Yeah,
we, it's
trying to
unfortunate.
peak.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah, it is. Oh, Prime wants to join. Let me add Prime as well. But yeah, it's just unfortunate with the amount of injuries that we do have. But when it
Do you reckon
comes
you're
to
getting another striker
no, the strikers
in the
cost
summer?
in the summer probably, but
Yeah.
not in January. Strikers cost too much, and I know we need a striker. Don't get me wrong, but with Solanke coming back and Matisse Tel wants to go on loan, so Thomas Frank will do whatever it takes to keep him. So he'll probably promise him game time, um, as well. So we'll probably see Tel and Solanke at the 10, at the striker position. To be honest, um, Prime, feel free to join the thing. I've opened it up for you. Safety pause, but
Oh.
it'll probably be Tel and thing at the
Hey
striker
yo,
position.
safety pause.
Safety pause as
Yeah.
hell. That was crazy, but yeah, we definitely need another midfielder for sure. And yeah, to be fair, yeah, Colin Moani. Obviously, he leaves in the summer because he's on loan, but Conor Mwani's not injured.
Is there a
Solanke's
buy
back.
option in his? Is there a buy
No.
option clause? No.
No, but even if there was, we wouldn't buy him. To be
Yeah.
honest, we wouldn't buy. He hasn't been good. Unfortunately, I like him, but he just hasn't been good enough to justify us buying him. Plus, he would cost too much. They'd probably demand like 40 to 50 mil for him. Sam.
Way more than that. Honestly,
Something,
they bought him for 100 million, so they'd want to get around 100 for him.
Yeah,
back.
fuck that. Yeah, he's gonna be stuck at PSG then at that point because he don't.
A long ass time.
Shit, I'm saying he don't, bro. Whenever he does score, he's offside. It's so fucking annoying. He's so jarring. Hayden Hackney is someone else that, to be fair, because he's in he's in the championship. He's decent. He looks decent. To be fair, it's not like I watch the championship, so I wouldn't know. But someone from just like, not even highlights, because highlights don't tell the real story. But he's a name that I've seen. Like I saw his name pop up during the summer window, like when it was him and Tyler Nibbling. So I've seen his name before, but I mean, Alex Garcia is just a proven player. To be honest, he's what I think Alex Garcia's like 28, 29. Just a proven player. Hayden Hackney's a championship player who's young, but we don't need that. We have too many young players already. We've got Saar, Bergvall, and Gray, who's like 23 and younger. There's no reason to sign a Hayden Hackney who has to be an understudy to those players. And we've just signed Souza. I know he's a left back, but that's another player who is a young player who's an understudy to Destiny Udogie, who's always injured. You know, it would make more sense, in my opinion, to have signed.
I think United already admire someone like Hayden Hackney, so I don't feel like even if you went in for him, you'd probably lose out on that race as well, which is kind of fucking annoying.
I actually don't think we would, mainly because, like, look at the treatment of Kobe Mino. Obviously, Amarim's sacked now, so because Carrick's interim, there's no way he doesn't play Kobe. But the way it was going with Amarim, Kobe wasn't playing. Like, before the FA Cup game that they just lost, he hadn't started a game since Grimsby. Like, that was the last time he had started a game. So, unless Carrick comes in and starts playing him, because he'd implement his own style, Kobe would most likely want to leave, or be because he wanted to go out on loan during the summer, and Amarim said, no, wait your turn, basically. But then you're saying wait his turn, but he's not getting any minutes for real. So if Carrick doesn't play him either, then he's definitely going to want to leave. So at that point, I wouldn't think Hackney would see that and want to go there. I think he'd be guaranteed more game time at Tottenham. But then again, if we sign Alex Garcia, I don't know how much game time Hayden Hackney would get either. Because we already have all these youngsters that we don't know what their future is, especially at the club. I think Papsar would probably be sold. Basuma would definitely be sold, and Bentancur would be sold. I think it has to be the start of like an overhaul, pretty much, just like a massive overhaul in the club. Because I mean, what else can it really be at this point? We've got a lot of footballers who either don't want to be here, or they're just not proven enough to where they should stay. So at this point, we gotta either move them on while they're still worth something, like we do with Brennan Johnson, or we have to just say, you know, this is who we're gonna have. We might as well play them and give them as much time as possible to improve them. That's all we can really do.
But like, as well as all of that, yeah. As well as all of that, I feel like you should get rid of your manager. But it's like it's a discussion for another day, I imagine.
Yeah. I just want to get Gallagher's thoughts. Prime, what do you think about the Gallagher to Spurs? Because you said you had called it from the summer that he would join Tottenham. So
not from the summer, from when we sold him.
Oh, that was like 2 years ago,
2 summers ago. I said he'll be back in the Prem within 3 to 4 years playing for Spurs. Yeah.
So, how would you sum up Gallagher's time at Chelsea? What do you think of him as a player?
Ass.
Yeah, sounds about right. To be honest.
No, listen, people. If listen, my affiliation to these Cobham players is not a lot. It's only Cobham players I rate is Reece, Achimpong. The rest of them I don't mind selling for profit. When Chelsea fans created a banner for Gallagher, and Kante didn't get a banner, I was like, all right, cool.
Kante didn't get a banner.
I know what it is now. Nope.
That's insane.
Gallagher got one first. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
insane.
cool. Oh, I see what it is. People were praising Gallagher wearing the armband, were praising Poch loving Gallagher. Cool. Now he's at Spurs, the club that you Chelsea fans all hate, by the way. No matter what we do, we win games, we lose games, we draw games, we win trophies. Everyone chants about how much we hate Spurs. Now he's playing for Spurs. So I'm just expecting the energy to stay the same.
And we have to play Chelsea
Yeah,
on the last day of the season at Stamford Bridge. The boos will be insane.
Yeah. I'm expecting the energy to stay the same because Chelsea fans still hate Havertz when he's at Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
You still hate Mount at Man United. I'm expecting this energy to stay the same with Gallagher now. Me personally, I don't care. I'm smiling. But for you guys, keep the energy the same.
You just gotta smile. Yeah. Fairs.
Yeah.
No, fairs.
I'm not gonna feel bad for Gallagher, but cool. The rest of you guys keep the energy the same. I expect the same abuse, the same slander towards Gallagher that you guys had for Havertz and Mount. And for Havertz and Mount, by the way, it's justified. Fuck those guys. Gallagher though, fuck them as well. I expect the same.
Yeah, he's not proper Chelsea no more, bro. It's not proper Chelsea no more.
No, it can't be.
Can't be.
You were telling me he's proper Chelsea, and you're joining Spurs. Crazy.
And the thing is, we hijacked him from Villa too, so like he knew what was going on as well. He can't even play that game.
He wanted to join a European giant, bro. You're a champion of Europe.
Nah, bro, I ain't said that since the summer, bro. Fuck that.
Hey man, the poll is different. The poll is different. I'm joining the European winners, bro. The kings of Europe.
The most annoying thing though, Prime, is that we basically got screwed over for Eze, Nkapie, and who else? Like Savio, Semenyo. But the player we managed to hijack is Conor Gallagher, bro. Like, it's so bad, man. It's so bad. And it's I have to do Conor Gallagher PR in 2026. Like, this is what it's come down to.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to.
But the only reason, I know I don't, because like in my heart of hearts, I know Conor Gallagher ain't that, bro. Like I know he ain't that good. But I'm really, it's maybe the delusional part of me, but it's like I want to hold hope that this means that the board are backing Thomas Frank in some kind of way, because I don't trust him. I would personally, if we could get a better manager on the table, or we could just get another manager, I would sack him. But the board have loved doing this thing where it's like they want to do everything at once. Like they want to sign experienced players while also signing them as young as possible. Like that's why they go after the Kulusevskis, the Bentancurs, players who have like 4 to 5 years of experience playing, but they're not like 30 years old, so you can get like a good amount of time of them as players. It's like, bro, you can't win consistently doing that, not unless you have a stable manager, a manager who's successful, and a manager that has a style. You can't like consistently do that. You're gonna have to actually buy proper veteran leadership, experienced players. And like, I guess with Gallagher you get that. I guess you get some form of veteran leadership, but like he's just Conor Gallagher, bro. There's no way to describe him playing football. He's just Gallagher. Like there's nothing about him. Yeah, it's like on FIFA, yeah, his card is 70 everything, except for stamina, which is like a 99. Well, apart from like he's just Conor Gallagher. Like he's just alright in every single category. Like he's not quick, but he's not strong. He's not the greatest defensively. He's not a great passer. He's just like decent. But it's like
Isak Henderson.
Yeah, like he's just decent, bro. But it's like all of our midfielders are also just decent, bro. Like Archie Gray is like just mid. The regen Harry Winks. It's been ages since I said that. It's been a year, but Harry Winks regen. That's what Archie Gray is. Bergvall, he's injured anyway. Bentancur is just injured anyway. Sarr is just the African Conor Gallagher. Like this is pretty much what it is.
You know what? We're not gonna disrespect my boy Sarr. Okay, he's.
True say Sarr. I would rather have Sarr than Gallagher. I ain't gonna lie. But at least Conor Gallagher has the age hype, the veteran leadership hype, the Champions League hype. We played against Real Madrid hype. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has all of that. I survived Atletico hype. You know, he's got all of this stuff, and he definitely does start. But it's just I don't know, man.
Also,
It's just
I disagree with the whole he's being bought for Thomas Frank. Were you guys not linked to Gallagher the summer we sold him?
no. What I don't think Thomas Frank wanted him, but the board have to show some level of anticipation. Like they have to have signed someone. And what the real test is if we sign another midfielder. Like obviously people still looking at like Alex Garcia and players like that, but if we sign another midfielder, like if we sign two in the same window, that in my opinion would be them actually showing intent for Thomas Frank. Like it's more so the thought of them potentially showing intent for a manager because they've never done it. As long as I've been a Spurs fan, they've never had the intent of supporting a manager. At least they're showing something like in terms of some form of intent. If they sign like another they need to sign another midfielder and another winger, then I'll be like, all right, cool. So they're actually showing some intent for this manager. Even though, in my opinion, it's not the right manager. But at least they're showing intent for a manager. But Gallagher is if he's the only midfield signing, it's not a great signing, to be honest. Like, it's calm, it's decent. He starts, but it's like it's like he's just got experience tax over Sarr in it. You know, so he's a developed Pap Sarr, but even so, like I think Pap Sarr probably has a better highlights reel than Conor Gallagher, if I'm being honest, bro. He has a better goal catalogue, has a better assist catalogue, has more highlight moments than Gallagher. I'm willing to go band for band between them. I'm not gonna lie.
Sarr's also won a trophy. Gallagher hasn't.
True. But Gallagher, he's captain Chelsea though. You know what I'm saying? He's played against Real Madrid and Barcelona. You know what I'm saying?
Did he play against Barca?
Did he even
No,
play?
he hasn't. He didn't play against Barca. No.
Has he not played against Barca for Atletico?
This season. Oh, for Atletico, yeah. Okay, sure, yeah, fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I assume
for Chelsea.
not for Chelsea, no, not for Chelsea. He wouldn't be trusted, bro. But it's like
Nah.
I just that's how I look at Gallagher though. I'm really looking at him as like just a more experienced, better version of Pap Sarr, which is like cool. Don't get me wrong, like it's cool that you need players like that in your squad, but he's not a player I'd look at and be like, oh, he has to just start every week automatically. Like because there's nothing defining about him. Like even like Alex Garcia, there's something defining about his game where it's like, yes, we need someone like that. You know, but it's like, I'm looking at Conor Gallagher, it's like there's nothing really defining about his game at all. It's just like, yeah, like he's just alright and everything. He's just okay. Yeah, just chilling. Never seen Spurs fans so divided on a player we signed. So many people are losing their shit. I wouldn't lose my shit over Gallagher. Like Gallagher's not great, but I wouldn't lose my shit over him personally. Like it's
the reason why Spurs fans are losing their shit is the same way Arsenal fans were in the summer because it's an ex-Chelsea player. That's why.
Yeah, we're basically like the Chelsea excess. You know what I'm saying? Just the Chelsea excess that they discarded. They don't want because Chelsea is the best selling club in the world. So it doesn't matter where they came from. If they're ex-Chelsea, then that means they wasn't shit at some point. At some point, they weren't shit. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare that Chelsea let go of a player and they blossom. It only happens a handful of times. But I don't know, man. I mean, hopefully, obviously, now that he's a Tottenham player, I'm going to be rooting for him. But I don't know. But I can't really define what his ceiling will be. Because with someone like Gallagher, I don't know what their ceiling is. Like, I couldn't even put it into words what I expect from him. Because in a way, there's nothing to expect. Like, we know what he's going to do. He's basically a 70 overall, bro. He's like a 75 overall. He's just gonna run around, have a couple good passes here and there, have a good couple long shots here and there, you know, make a couple tackles. He's just an all around like jack of all trades kind of player. It's like it's nice. It's nice to have a jack of all trades as like a rotational option. not as a bona fide starter, but that's what he's gonna be in this team. He's gonna be a bona fide starter because he doesn't get injured. He's literally like Pap Sarr, bro. They're both jack of all trades. They both don't get injured. It's just Gallagher's just further along in his career, to be honest. But I mean, he's a better version of the midfielders we have in it. So for 35 million euros, it's not too bad. At least it's not 50 plus.
I disagree. He's not better than Paulinho. He's not better than Sarr. Bergvall, he can at least play on the ball, right?
Yeah.
Bergvall can at least play on the ball, so he's got some sort of an attribute.
Yeah.
That's 3.
Well, Spurs fans would
is
disagree.
too injury prone.
Apart from Paulinho, Spurs fans would say that Conor Gallagher would be our second best midfielder. I personally, I'd have to see Gallagher because, again, I ain't watched him in like 2+ years. And even then, it's not like I was watching Chelsea games like that. It would really just be Chelsea and Tottenham. But me personally, I would prefer Sarr, personally. But, I mean, when I watch Gallagher, then I'll know for sure. But, I mean, even if you want to say, like, Gallagher, let's say Sarr and Paulinho are better, and then let's say he's tied with Bergvall, he's still top 3 though, and that's really like what it comes down to with Spurs. Like he would still be a top one of the better, or at least one of the better midfielders of our team.
I still disagree with that. You have Archie Gray. He's better than Gallagher.
What?
Archie Gray can at least control a midfield, at least pass the ball, and keep it. He can keep it moving. That's what he's supposed to be doing at Spurs. But for the past, 2 years, the guy's been playing at right back or center back.
I get that, but you know, it is with Archie. Archie's just when he plays in midfield, like when Archie's at fullback, he's almost like he's a different player. But when he's in midfield, and I don't think it's a comparison. I think Gallagher's a lot better, mainly because Archie's defensive awareness is horrible. One thing I will say is that I think Archie's range of passing is a lot better than Gallagher's. But I think in terms of pretty much everything, I think Archie's ceiling is higher than Gallagher's for sure. But the only thing I'd say he's better at than Gallagher right now is his range of passing. I think that's about it.
Yeah, but the reason why Archie's defensive awareness in midfield is off is because he hasn't played in midfield consistently for 2 years.
Which is fair.
Even at Leeds, he played right back, no?
He played a right back for the season before we signed him, yeah. I say he improves the squad massively.
So,
he's a good signing for you lot, not a controller, but someone's going to give you legs and robustness in midfield. But that's what I'm saying, like, you lot pretty much described Pap Sarr, bro.
But like, you don't, for those type of players,
you described Pap Sarr.
40 mil is a lot. 40 mil is a lot of money when you can get someone from the academy to do that job. A lot of money.
No, I agree, and it's like, again, like Gallagher. If you want to say he's better than Sarr, that's fine. When I see Gallagher for like 5 to 10 games, I'll have an opinion on if he's better than Sarr or not. But let's say he's better than Sarr. All the things that he does is basically like Pap Sarr is basically just a slightly worse version of Gallagher then, because all the things that Gallagher does, Pap Sarr does those exact same things. He's not a ball playing midfielder. He's not, not a controller. He's someone who gives you less legs and robustness in midfield. A duel winner, pops up with some goals, leads a press. That's Pap Sarr. Like you pretty much describe Pap Sarr. So it's like I get, if you want to say Gallagher's better than Pap Sarr, that's fine. But spending 40 million euros on someone who's coming in as a refined version of a player that we already have in the club is, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't see the point. I'd rather put that money on someone who's just a completely different profile. Like, at the end of the day, Gallagher, for the immediate future, is better than Sarr, or he'll at least improve the squad to a certain level. But, bro, like, Gallagher's a rotational option. You know what I'm saying? He's a rotational option. And if we sell Pap Sarr for, like, the same amount of money, I'm not going to lie, I would have rather kept Sarr. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah, if you sell Sarr, then you get pissed.
Yeah, if we sell Pap Sarr, especially for the same amount of money, because Sarr's also homegrown, so it's not even like Sarr is really any like there's no negative to having Sarr on the team. He's the exact same profile and he's homegrown. So if we sell Sarr for 35 to 40, then what was the point of getting Gallagher at that point?
But I disagree with you saying he'll be a squad player. He's gonna be your future captain.
He will.
Oh,
He will.
big up,
He
big
will.
up everyone.
Yeah,
I just opened up your chat now.
Yeah, salute to SB.
He's gonna end up being your future captain, bro. He's gonna end up being.
He will.
One of your main guys at Spurs.
No, Gallagher will be a main man at Spurs. But when I say like rotational piece, I mean if you're trying to compete for a league, or you're trying to compete for like to be up in the league and do all that stuff, Gallagher's not gonna be, or at least he shouldn't be, a name like one of the first names on the team sheet. Like look at the midfields across the league. Gallagher should not be in those conversations with a Rice. You know what I'm saying? With a with a Caicedo. You know what I'm saying? Like with those level of players, like Gallagher should not be there, but he's gonna have to be there for us because A, we paid 40 million euros for him, and B, at this point, he's better than everyone except Paulinho. Now, when he plays for Spurs, we'll make the comparisons. But if I'm just looking at a profile of a player, he is Pap Sarr. Like he is the English, fish and chips versions of Pap Sarr. Honestly, in fact, let me do the tactical thing and look at Sarr in this because I've forgotten it already.
He's Pap Sarr without the fufu.
Yeah, like look at this, bro. Look at it. It's the same player. It's the same player. It's like this is the exact same, bro. Like what are we doing here? It's literally the same player. Like come on, bro. This is literally equal. It's literally he's literally God Save the King version of Pap Sarr, bro. Like
Are you serious,
God
my
Save
brother?
the King version.
This is literally what it is, bro. This is what it is. Like, come
Queen
on.
Lizzie tax Pap Sarr.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Queen Lizzie, King Charles tax, bro. That's what this is. It's literally the exact same profile. It's just Gallagher has more experience. He's played at a higher level, and he's gonna guarantee to walk in and get minutes. And I hear when SB says, "Yeah, we gotta build slowly." I get it. And Gallagher is a step in the right direction in terms of what he can offer immediately compared to what Sarr can offer immediately. I do understand that, but I would at least have spent that money on the profile of midfielder we need first. I would have done that first. But you say you disagree.
It's not because it's not even just about the profile of player that he is. The type of person he is, his personality. Managers love him. They won't want to get rid of him. Your fans will start to love him too. That's why I keep saying he will end up wearing your armband. Like who's your captain now? Romero, right?
Yeah.
And who's vice captain? Van de Ven?
Van de Ven, and when Maddison's fit, it's Maddison, but Van de Ven right now.
All right. Those like the way Maddison's with his injuries and stuff, you guys could probably end up selling him maybe in the summer or Romero, Van de Ven. They're not going to stay at Spurs for much longer.
They're not. Yeah, they're going to leave.
Van de Ven, he can play for a bigger club.
He will want to. And Romero.
Yeah. So Gallagher ends up being your captain in 18 months.
Yeah, it really could happen, honestly. It really could happen. I'm not even denying it at that point. But it is just, and CJ, what's up, man?
And any manager you bring in will start him in your midfield. Any manager you bring.
No, I agree.
Knowing Spurs and knowing knowing Spurs, you guys are not going to get a manager that is like, that's going to play the style of football that will just want to get rid of Gallagher. You're not going to try and do that.
No, I fully agree with everything you just said, to be honest. It's just like, I can see the positive in terms of what, like, even looking past the signing, what it means for the club. But it's just like, if all the questions will be answered when Gallagher starts playing, like if whatever Thomas Frank asks him to do, because Frank ain't getting sacked, whatever Frank asks him to do or whatever he does, if it's to a level where it's like, okay, we're not going to see that from Pap Sarr, then I'll be like, all right, cool, the signing is justified, at least for the near future. But if he basically just looks like albino Sarr, then at that point I'm looking at the signing like it was useless. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. Is pretty much all I've like. I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. I'm not blown away. I'm not like crazily happy, but I'm giving this the benefit of the doubt in all areas, not just on the football pitch, but also what it means for the board's potential intent on like backing the manager and signing players. That's pretty much what it is. Because the way I look at the signing, this could go wrong very easily. And it also, Aston Villa were basically a couple hours away from getting this done. And yes, we hijacked it and it's good for the narratives and stuff like that. But are we really looking at it like we hijacked them because he's that good of a player? Or did we hijack them because we needed a name that could appease the fans? And if Conor Gallagher went to Villa, especially after we just lost to Villa, that might have been the push that's needed. Because also there's a protest going on this weekend. I didn't even realize it until my boy messaged me. But this could have easily just been a potential lob to quiet down the protests a bit more. Because last time they didn't address the protest, there was 3,000 people that turned up to that bitch. So it could also be, because even last time as well, last time there was supposed to be a protest, because we qualified for the final, the protest got called off. And one thing I know about Spurs fans is they're very fickle. Like, their resolve will flip-flop, like, borderline instantly. So I'm looking at this as, it could even be something as, they know the protests are going to happen because these lot let the club know the protests will happen. So the club knows. And this could be them just potentially just throwing a bone for the Tottenham fans, be like, hey, don't protest. You see, we're making signings, we're trying, you know. Well, man said Gallagher, that's fucking insane. But this is not the first time we've seen the board rush to a decision just to appease the fans. And it could be another one of those. And it's not until, yes, not all Spurs fans, guy, I know, but a lot of them. Until we see Gallagher play, then we'll have a for sure assessment on him. But I'm not going to forget what he was like at Chelsea. And one thing I'm not going to do is ignore Chelsea fans when they tell me about Gallagher. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't ignore West Ham fans when they told me about Kudus. You know what I'm saying? I didn't ignore Zir and them man when they told me about Xavi Simons. And so far, they've given me nothing but good information. Everything Mike said about Kudus was right. Everything Zir said about Xavi Simons when he told me was right. I'm not going to start ignoring Chelsea fans just because they're Chelsea fans. They know about Gallagher way more than I do because they watch Gallagher for an extended period of time. So we're going to see in it. We're going to see how this goes. I'm not looking forward to it, but at the same time, I'm hopeful that it does work out in it because, bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just it's something about being an ex-Chelsea player is just like I don't trust it, man. I don't trust it. There's something about Gallagher I don't trust. Like, I'm looking at it, like look at his smile, bro. Like, there's something about him that's just like it's two-faced about him. I don't trust him. I don't trust him, bro. There's just something about him. It's just.
Are you serious, my brother?
Nah, man. Nah. I don't trust him at all. I don't trust him. What do you think the prime, like, let's say the January transfer window shut now, though. We have Gallagher and we have Sousa who's come in. Do you think Tottenham could make a push for, like, top 6 potentially, or do you think the season cooked?
What, the same manager?
Yeah, because they're not sacking Frank.
Yeah. Good luck, man. Good luck with that. Sousa, Chelsea were linked to him, I think, about a year ago, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We didn't sign him. I've not watched him play at all. I was under the impression he was actually supposed to be good, but then I spoke to Jez about it.
Yeah.
Jez, Spurs fan. I don't know if you know him.
Shout out Jez, yeah.
He doesn't rate him. So
Fair.
hey.
Fair.
And yeah, bro, this is any Spurs fan trying to do the copium on Gallagher. This is the same thing Chelsea fans did with Garnacho. We all didn't want him. We all agreed we didn't want him. he signed him, and then people started to do copium because
Mm.
you want to have a got you on Man United. If the player is shit, he's shit. Like, at least I know what Garnacho. I know within 18 months he's going to Arsenal. I know we're selling him, and I can almost guarantee it's Arsenal.
Fair.
But Gallagher, I also
Yeah.
know he's going to be your captain. There's certain things that are just going to be
Whoa.
inevitable.
Well,
So,
what? Why, SB? Why are you acting like top 6? Yeah, is so like ludicrous for me to ask for. Hold on, like, do I have to do this again, bro? Like, I'm sorry, yeah. I get we're 14th, yeah. We're 6 points off of top 6 or 5 points. Like, this is why that the January window is so important because, bro, how many times have we said this, bro? It's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. We all know that's true, innit? Tottenham have been diabolical. I get that. And everything that I've pretty much said since September has ended up coming true. Not to toot my own horn, but it is. It is true. But let's be real, yeah. Even with how shit we've been, bro, the Brentford are 5th with 8 losses. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've lost 8 times. Brentford have lost 8 times. They're 5th. Okay, for us to finish top 6 is not ludicrous. The most important thing, like, and if you look at it, like, we drew against Wolves, which is diabolical. You know, we dropped 3 points against Villa when we were winning. Diabolical. I get that. You know, Brighton, diabolical. Bournemouth lost twice, diabolical. There's been a lot of shit performances. Forest, diabolical. And we still find ourselves within reach and distance. Now, are we going to finish top 6? Probably not. But to say that with the right January signings, with the intent from the board, to say that it's just off the table completely is, in my opinion, it's insane. Personally, I think it's insane. Of course, we're not as good as, you know, United and Chelsea. Newcastle was shit as well. But we're not as good as United and Chelsea, sure. But every other team, yeah, we are. We are. The only problem is that A, injuries, B, Thomas Frank is a fraud, and C, the board they never really addressed the positions we needed during the summer. Like, at least not all of them. So now is the best time for them to show some intent. Like, yo, we're 6 points off the top 6. We still have 17 games left of the season to go. The best thing to do is to sign as many players as we can that are of a certain level at least. Be able to plug in the gaps as we go along. Solanke's come back. He's not going to be firing on all cylinders. Basically, Kudus is out for the whole season. Bentancur's basically out for the whole season. Richarlison, I don't know when he's going to be back, but let's say he's going to be out to the end of the season. Bergval's going to be gone for about a month or so. The only thing we can do is sign players to replace them. Saar will come back from AFCON. Basuma, don't even talk about him. And the one thing we can at least say is that Romero, Danso, Van de Ven, Porro, Spence, all 5 of them, with Vicario if you want to include him, haven't really suffered any injuries. They've been suspended, but in a weird way, being suspended has kind of helped them not get injured because they're missing time anyway. So in a weird way, them being suspended, I'd rather they be suspended than be injured because they're coming back. Xavi Simons is still here. Odegaard and Tell, sure, you could have your reserves about them. But to say that we can't get top 6, in my mind, is ludicrous. It's ludicrous. And again, look, if Thomas Frank doesn't get it, then I'll be honest, yeah, he needs to be baked in an oven, fam. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a Danish pastry. He's a croissant. You know what I'm saying? I know that's French, but close enough. But
it's a croissant.
Now, honestly, Thomas Frank, if he's gonna turn the season around, he needs top 6. He needs it. There's no way.
For me, I need to look at United. Who is their interim?
Carrick.
Carrick's good enough to get top 6 with United. So what? Your top 6 will be in no order. It will be what? City, Arsenal, Liverpool,
Villa, Man United, and then it's a toss-up between Chelsea, Newcastle. Well, Chelsea, Newcastle, United is a toss-up. And then Liverpool, Villa, City, and Arsenal. is probably.
Then I just look at it like Villa. I know they're looking good now, and they're in supposedly this title race or whatever, but
They're not. They're gonna fall off.
I think they might. Yeah, I think they might fade away in the title race, and
As
they'll
long as they're
focus
in
on
Europa League,
Europa.
because they're gonna
They'll
focus
focus on winning Europa, so I think they'll fall off a bit. Fine. Chelsea, we're not.
He's just inconsistent, really, to be honest. But that's everyone in the league except for Arsenal, really. Everyone's inconsistent. Arsenal are actually the only consistent team in the league. That's why it's so close. Like,
Yeah, but I'm just looking at teams like I think could like pick up a run because we could have got top 4 with Maresca, but with Rosenier, I just don't know how he'll be able to handle it.
Yeah.
With United, the best thing they've done is not having Amarin. But
yeah,
I mean now it's Carrick, so with Carrick they should be able to get 4th, 5th. Newcastle, they're knocked out of Champions League. They can just focus on one game a week to end the season. With Spurs, can you get top 6? Yes, but I think your best bet of doing that is by getting rid of your manager.
I agree, to be fair, and the main reason I want top 6, like I can do with like a year without Europe, like I can do that. That's fine, but the main reason I wanted top 6 is because I'll be honest, yeah, whatever team with us that makes it into the Europa League, I'll be honest, we're winning that bitch again next year. I'll just say that with chest. If we make the Europa League, we're winning it next year. And that's why I really wanted top 6 with this manager. And like I was willing to say, fuck the cups that we're in right now and just go for top 6. But that it has to be like there's no way people can convince me it's not a failure if we get dumped out the Carabao so early. We get dumped out the FA Cup so early. We get pretty much dumped out the champs in the playoff tournament because that's what's going to happen. And then we finish mid-table in the Premier League, and people are going to try and convince me that that's not a failure. Like, that's insane. Like, even if we finish 7th and get Conference League, we should be dog walking that competition easily. The only reason we didn't do it early, like, during the first year was because of COVID restrictions. But I just want us to be in a competition where we can win it. If we finish 7th and we get Conference League, I'll personally be okay with that as well. Maybe. I'll have to see the context in which we finish 7th. But I'm assuming that you guys will be fine, like, to finish Europa League. Like, not fine in terms of standards, but fine in terms of, like, you won't drop that many points to finish, like, outside of Europa League. I think that's too much to ask. And United will probably take up that spot. So you man will probably take up the Europa League spots. Unless Liverpool or Villa fade away that badly, which anything can happen. There's still 17 games. But I'm assuming the top 4 will probably be, like, the top 4 that it is now. And then you man and United and maybe Newcastle will battle for the Europa League spots. But I feel like we could snatch like a 7th place, maybe a Conference League spot. We could snatch that maybe from a Newcastle because Newcastle aren't really that good. And depending on what United look like or what you guys look like, we could potentially finish in the top 6. But that only works if the board make the necessary signings. Like, we need another winger. We need another profile of midfielder. We need to be able to rest certain players whenever the time is right. Because, like, when we don't rest players, look what happens. They all go down with injury. We need to make the right signings. And Gallagher is a step towards that, I guess. If I'm being lenient, he's a step towards it. And that's me being given, like, the benefit of the doubt. But we still need another profile of midfielder. We need let's be honest, I don't even care if it sounds crazy. We need a Spanish midfielder. We just need one, or a Spanish, either Spanish or Argentine, or any football player that speaks Spanish. We need them as a midfielder because we know what type of midfielder they are. Except for Enzo Fernandez, you might can keep Enzo. Enzo's not a bad player, to be fair, but the relationship Enzo has with Spurs, no. It won't work.
What relationship does he have with Spurs?
The Spurs fans hate Enzo.
Why?
The racism stuff. And also Son.
But you guys love Romero.
To be fair, the Spurs fans don't like Romero either, to be honest. You'd be surprised.
Is it racismo or something else?
partly that, but also like him being rash, like all that bullshit. To be honest, yeah, it's partly the racismo and partly because he wanted to leave because we were 16th and in a competition we thought we weren't gonna win. So they hated him for it, but it's partly because of the Enzo stuff as well.
Yes.
But yeah, trust me, Van der Ben's a lot more loved than Romero. The half the fans want Romero to leave. The half the fans think that we're better with Danso than Romero. Like it's actually insane what these Spurs fans will tell themselves. But honestly speaking, the January is far from over. We're almost halfway through January. Spurs need to make at least 2 more signings, like that as the bare minimum. If they're serious about getting or pushing for top 6, we need to make at least 2 more signings. We've signed Souza and we've signed Gallagher. We've showed intent at signing some players, but we still need a ball playing midfielder. We still need a winger, and that's bare minimum to be fair because the striker situation's terrible. So yeah, at bare minimum, we need those 2 positions in that. It's peak. Where'd you see us finishing though? Prime, like, do you see us like even making Europe any type of European football, or is it just? Do you even see us finishing like above 10th,
Where are you guys now?
14th?
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. It's not bad. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Oh my god. How are you 14?
Bro,
How are you 14?
bro, you know what's crazy? Yeah, Bournemouth are 15th of 26, and Brentford are like it's literally 7 points that separate 15th from 5th. Like the league is very congested in the middle.
No, I know that, but fucking hell.
It's because we don't pick
I mean,
up points when we're supposed to. That's
yeah, but I don't look at the table all the time. And I hear you complain about Spurs, but I just assumed, you
yeah.
guys were like maybe 10th worse, 14th. Fucking hell.
Yeah, we're 14th.
Yeah, Frank's got a goal, man. I know the table's so close, but Frank's got 14th.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what. But it's more of an indictment on Frank. The league is this close, yeah, and you're still this low. Like, if anything, you should be like around, like slightly below where you guys are, and then we should be using the excuse like, oh, he's look at how the league is. We shouldn't be at the bottom of the pack and then talking about how congested the league is. I know we should be up there. But yeah, it's that bad.
Oh.
Yes.
You're 4 places off West Ham. Crazy.
Yep. Crazy, man. It's supposed to finish in 7th. Yeah, I hear it. Double lie. It's crazy though, because like we're closer to Nottingham Forest than we are to Brentford.
Deji and Jay, the shit they were talking.
Man, oh yeah, they're cooked. They're royally cooked, bro. I can't lie.
Jay was making fun of Chelsea Champions League group stage draw or league phase draw, talking about how we're not gonna get put in embarrassing highlights and whatever. PSG will beat them. Deji said that Frank will take Spurs farther in the Champions League than Arteta will take Arsenal.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck he was smoking.
You trying to a lot. Hey, I've got receipts, man.
I know you have receipts. You're the receipts king, but it's like I don't know. That's the thing. Like,
shit, man.
This is why they get the nod to be on panel shows because they'll say stupid shit like this. Like, I swear to God, these men have like dumb take Tourette's, bro. I swear to God. It's like no wonder, yeah. Every time I see a Spurs representative, it's either Deji or Jay, bro, because these men will say stupid shit on a regular. Like, who the fuck says that, bro? Thomas Frank will take us further in the champs than Arteta. Who says that with a straight face, bro?
Well, because they're on panels with rivals, you have to keep the big face, bro. Because when I get on the certain panels and people are like, why am I not, why am I just admitting the defeat and stuff? No, I'm just being real about what's going on with my club. I'm not gonna just for us to lose and I get embarrassed. No, I'm gonna be honest. want to be honest, and it's cool. It's all right to be honest, guys. And we're in 2026. Let's
Facts.
bring honesty into 2026, please. Bring honesty
Facts.
back into the game I love, okay? Because all this chatting about, bro, we were, I think, a month or two into the season, and Deji was saying, listen, I don't chat to any team that's below me. The Spurs were like third or something, and Chelsea were like fifth or sixth, but there was like a 4 points difference. I was telling him, listen, we play Spurs in a few weeks. That point swing will turn and we'll be above you. What then? It's cool. Whatever, man. Don't worry. But hey, we'll play the same game next season. The same game will be played next season.
This is so stupid, man. Can't believe these men say this shit, man. Shout out to the Black Queens, man. Some of them, anyway.
Shout out to, if I'd said someone, all right.
Some of them, man. They would just, hey, there's a few, yeah, that were uncovered on summer series that we do not shout out, but most of them. Most of them, man.
Nah, man. Defend them.
Bro, I'm not defending them, bro.
Defend the Queens, bro.
All right, let's defend the Queens. On that note, chat, I'm gonna end stream. On that note, who's live, bro? I can't lie. Who's live? Ain't nobody live. Ashmank analysis is on, to be fair. But I don't even think these men want to watch that, bro. These men want to watch Spurs Kings, fam.
You know what? Gal's live.
I'm not reading the gal, bro. I'm not reading the gal. Ain't nothing wrong with the gal, bro, but it's just, bro, he's a big enough YouTuber. He has enough people in there, man. But hey, I am gonna end the stream. Hey, Prime, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, and your time.
No worries, bro.
You know, talking about
first time being on the channel as well. So yeah.
True. I'm planning to do more of these Discord things, to be honest. So it won't be the last. It won't be the last that will. Salute, my brother. Salute. But yeah, shout out to the chat, and I'll see you guys. I mean, I'll be live probably tomorrow with Mike's because from out west. So yeah, I'll be live tomorrow with Mike's. I've got a video that I released like 20 minutes before I went live. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's me ranting about this team and this manager and this board. Ironically enough, as soon as I upload the bitch, they sign someone. But even so, the rant is still valid. So watch it if you want to. And I will see you guys whenever I see you, bro. Take care. Peace.